What is up, guys? Sebodine here, and welcome back to Atlas's brand new RPG. This is Metaphor Refantazio. It's pretty cool so far. We're like halfway through it now. It's a little mix of real-time combat and turn-based with that classic Atlas art style. It's just like pure anime. Most of these JRPGs, you get maybe one or two big cutscenes that are animated or done in an anime style. But this game, like, pretty much every couple of hours, we're getting a treat to a gorgeous cutscene. They just have the formula right, you know, just wonderful artists. They know their engines really well, and it's a really cool story. It's not like Persona, you're not trapped in a school, and it's not Shin Megami Tensei where you're kind of going crazy with all the demon stuff. It's a beautiful marriage of both, and yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like I've been describing it as like Attack on Titan meets Hunger Games for a crown, you know, and I really enjoy it. Really fun. Next, we have so many RPGs coming out. Like we got like the Dragon Age HD 2D stuff, and Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D. Is that the way they're doing it? It's so strange. They're releasing 3, and then next year they're releasing 1 and 2. That's Square Enix for you, and they wonder why their stuff is all pooped. And then yeah, Dragon Age did come out. I would love to play that, although it's getting kind of mixed impressions, but it's still very good. And then Stalker 2 and Indiana Jones are coming out, so it's busy. A little bit of Lego as well. Hello Lacuna and DPG, how's it going, lads? How is it going? How's your weekend so far? I thought it'd be nice to do a little cheeky stream. We've been playing a lot of zombies and Fortnite this week, and it's been really fun, high intensity. And zombies are great for the first like 2 hours, and you're like, oh man, I love this, it's so good. And then your brain starts going autopilot, you start making mistakes, start going down. It's pretty tough. I love it. I was playing with a couple of Randys as well with Dynamite, and they had set up this like almost unkillable god mode where they just blew up a whole lot of boats and the zombies could never get by. And that in itself kind of was like, this is kind of boring after a while, you know, when you just make it too easy, you know. And Fortnite's been great. Even got Bernie in there for a bit as well. Got a couple of wins, great kills as well, and a good bit of fun. So if you ever want to play that again, DPG or Lacuna, I'm down, you know. It's nice to get a full squad in, you know. Squad! Especially when you were jumping around. What was the joke yesterday? It was like Bernie in his reasonably priced car. He found one car with no NOS, no jumps, no nothing in it, and he's just driving around 30 miles an hour. I'm like, what the hell is this? This is his reasonably priced car. It's the family sedan. It doesn't go anywhere, but it'll get you somewhere. Anyway. That was very funny. I enjoyed that. Alright, cool. So in this one, we've just on our way back now. We thought we had the formula. We're trying to save this prince, basically. There's a king has been killed. There's been regicide that's happened. So the whole country is trying to elect a new king. And little do they know that the prince is not dead. He's locked in a curse, a coma. Almost like a sleeping beauty for a long time. So we're secretly trying to play things up, become the king ourselves, but also try and save the prince, that he would be the true heir. And we're meeting a lot of crazy people on the way. We have this little Tinkerbell fairy friend that's helping us. We can jump on a sword and just glide around. It's pretty cool. Lots of dragons and monsters. We just met a new character. Her name is Juna. She's kind of a 70s chic songstress, but she's also a little Irish as well. She's got that cheekiness in her, so she's the newest character. And we have our elf friend, our stable knight, Hunkelberg, red hair, gorgeous elf. My goodness. So yeah, we made it back here. The reason I wanted to jump into this is, yeah, we got a lot of RPGs, and I'm enjoying it, but I also did the horrible thing that I do when I forget, is to never leave a stream on like cutscene progress. So I can't move, I can't, you know, go out and do a dungeon, I can't grind some levels. I never should do that, because I play these games almost too diligently. Like, it's time to move on, Cyber. It's not 2016 anymore. But I play these games like a walkthrough. I really do. I still think it's 2016, and then I think it's a walkthrough, and I need to keep going. But it's all good. Here she is over here. Look at this beautiful hair. She's got that 70s dress, you know, little kind of almost like a mini dress, mini skirt. She's got these gorgeous eyes as well. But she's like a secret agent assassin. She reminds me of, if you've never played that game, it's a bit of a deep cut, but it's called No One Lives Forever. It was basically a comedy play on James Bond made into a game. Not quite as slapstick as Austin Powers, but you're close, you're getting there, you know. It was a really good game. Really, they got the colors right, they got everything right, and just really tongue-in-cheek stuff. Oh yeah, here she is. Juna is her name. She's going to be joining our team as well, not just an average character. You can, just in the Persona series where you turn into your Persona monsters and that, in this one they're called Archetypes. Similar idea, just this is your class-based, your job-based stuff. And in her case, she's the masked singer or the masked dancer. So we need to figure out what that is. It just makes me think of Dark Souls 3, of course, you know, the dancer of the Boreal Valley. But who knows? So it looks like we're going into the church first. Okay, we'll figure it out. Nice, nice, nice. How are you guys doing? Look at that. Look at our crew here. We got May, who is like a mouse bat person, who also is a badass. Oh, here's Ryla. She's cool. She's like a saint. She looks like a bird.
Long time no see. Sorry for all of us storming the place.
So there's different races in the game. There's some people have horns, some have wings like her, and there's the fairy and that. Even Juna here with her eyes, she's technically classed as a different race. So there's a lot of classism and racism going on as well. And the whole premise of the game is why it's called Metaphor, is this special book that he has where he looks in at it and he actually sees our world, and they think of our world as some great fantasy. It's like, wow, look at these mechanical steel monsters they have that move around. And we're like, oh, you mean cars? Yeah. But they think our world is perfect and it's utopia, but little do they know, we know the truth, and it's not great. It's not a great place to live. Not a great place to live. But it's interesting to, instead of us looking in at a fantasy setting, you know, they're looking back at us at a fantasy setting. Yeah, Signa, she does has that kind of swan thing going on. She's classed as a saint. You can't have classism without a heavy, oppressive church presence. And that's absolutely what's going on here.
Where did you get this?
Growing up in Ireland, I know it all too well. Even to this day, people still have trappings of the church holding them down. It is foolishness.
I've seen something like this before.
Ooh, so we have the formula,
Objectively
but
speaking,
is it even
the
for the
magic
curse?
involved is a direct inversion of a healing spell.
Right, probably known as a curse. Okay, so it is.
I suppose that stands to reason.
But do we know how to... We have to inverse it, do we?
Pardon the late introduction.
Yes.
I am Hulkenberg.
Hulkenberg, she's so cool.
As you may have guessed, that is the formula to the curse that slew His Royal Highness, the Prince.
Hold on.
The death of His Highness was a tragedy. When I would
So we have to lie. The prince really isn't dead. So we have to lie. We don't know who we can trust.
It is my duty to punish the treasonous snake responsible.
Damn.
Then surely the man who penned this was Luis.
Oh, she knows.
What happened at the exhibition?
Luis went around killing everybody. He's the big bad in the
We were trying to
game.
get closer to Luis. You're a holy woman, so I couldn't ask your forgiveness. But if you could at least understand.
The Lady Joanna's penitence was sincere. To hear her, I thought it must be so. It was Forden who chose such a terrible punishment. That was what scared me.
Oh, Forden's like one of the leaders of the Senate, basically. Got a little Star Wars in there.
I heard rumors
Church
Luis
versus
had
the
swept you
Senate.
off your feet and you've been
Democracy
hanging on his
versus
arm
tradition.
since. I worried for you so, Jude.
What have you guys been playing lately?
Now I needn't have given it a second thought.
Of course.
I didn't even realize next week is my birthday, so I usually just pick out one of my favorite games and play it. That'll be a bit of fun.
Just make sure you're not causing
I don't really
trouble
do
for
anything
everyone
extravagant
else.
for it.
I suppose this is another dramatic and risky gesture? Like when you ran away from home in a frenzy of passion, declaring you...
Oh, these guys, they really know each other. Are they like sisters?
No. Well, sort of. Maybe, yes, but...
It's a typical Irish accent. I think it's done by a British lady, but it's kind of got that
I've looked over the
Kerry
formula.
twang on it.
From
County
what
Kerry.
I can tell, this spell's effects are enduring.
Yes.
As long as the magic source continues to...
Yeah, so they wouldn't even let me leave the town. I screwed up. I should have just pushed on a little bit more.
The trouble is,
It's mainly
most
a
curses
dungeon-based
consume
game,
magic released in
although you have
past.
wide open areas with, you know, beautiful
This
sky
one is
boxes and
designed
that.
to perpetually
But
draw
they are
on the
still
magic
classed as
of the caster.
dungeons.
So as long as Luis lives, it doesn't
Look at that
matter
hair.
where his victims run and hide.
Question is, now we have a fifth member. Are they going
Afraid
to
even if his
be in our
highness
party
lived,
always, or do we have
I
to
don't think
swap them
anyone
out,
could
you know?
break the curse using this.
So I'm trying to think, who could I
This
swap
formula
out?
isn't complete. It's
Honestly, as
clear
much as I love the
outline
dude,
clearly
it's probably
draws
going to be
from
little
memory.
Heims May, because I'm kind
I
of, he's
couldn't tell
sort
you
of the
the
thief character, so he's not really a damage dealer.
What? Then
We'll see.
sorry I couldn't be of any help.
No, you've done plenty.
Stroll
Especially
here.
since we're the
He,
ones who sprang
he's
this
got the
on.
horns. He's kind of a prince of a kingdom that's been destroyed. We actually found out in the last fight that it was Luis that
You're a
burnt
friend
his
of
village
hers,
to
aren't
the
you?
ground. Pretty much killing his parents and everyone he ever loved.
June's safe.
Oh. So, here's what's going on, I think. Ryla's so close to the church that she's trapped. You know, she's like a Disney princess in a tower. They have her as her saint. I believe she knows what's going on here. She knew that who killed the king. Now she knows Juna as well. So it's kind of like, I can't come with you. I can't help you. But please do what you can for Juna. That's pretty nice.
She's strong enough to do
We started off the new Mario and Luigi game as well. Really, really cool. Super wholesome goodness. So nice that Nintendo can still do that. It's been over 10 years since a Mario and Luigi game too, so... so happy. Such a nice little kind of childhood callback.
The curse is impossible to break?
What the... Whose voice was that? I'm thinking Gallica's voice and Juna's voice is the same voice actress. So she put an Irish twang there for a second. That's very... happens to me too.
What do we do now?
The art style is so beautiful. Just typical Atlas where everything feels like it's animated while being a drawing.
And now, we are no further than when we started.
Plenty of assassins have come for Luis. But the king's magic works every time.
I know.
They all died frozen in agony.
That's messed up. As if it was easy just to walk up and poison him or something, you know? It's not. He has special protection.
This might be the end.
No end.
Still, we have to stop Luis, no matter what.
Well, there must be a way of stopping the king's magic.
Absolute shield. It cost Gladel his life. We've just got to maintain the trust we've earned.
Yeah,
from Luis.
and what about Grias as well? You've forgotten so quick.
For now, he told us to wait until the race.
Our own buddy, like an hour into the game, we had one of our own party members slaughtered. This game is very dark.
Brainstorming. I could use a break in the gauntlet runner.
She's kind of all Irish on us. I bet you if I look up, you'll find that the little fairy Gallica. She's usually heavily American accent. Almost the only one, to tell you the truth. At least for today, I'll ask her to stay in the runner away from prying eyes.
Well, I must say I'm impressed. You have enough beds to accommodate this many people.
This is usually about the time of the game, a little after halfway or 3/4 of these JRPGs, that you want to start introducing some new mechanics or something,
And I confess
so it doesn't get stale.
Often
I think that's where the masked dancer comes in.
Happy with a bath. You have a room for that, I trust?
This is our ship. It's called a land runner. It kind of looks like a submarine, but it's powered by giant demon legs that run everywhere. It's kind of crazy. You can see like it has the portholes like a submarine. It's really cool. But yeah, so how Persona works is you're kind of basically later high school, college kids that you have to deal with the classes and the social aspects of school, and then during the night you go out fighting demons and that. And it always felt a little restrictive, although they are amazing. But this one's different. Now you still have some timer stuff, mainly just calendar, like day and night cycle. And it doesn't feel bad at all. Like just before this, we were given 30 days to do whatever we want, which was almost enough for me to complete the entire social structure of some characters.
Failed spectacularly though, and got myself all crunched up in the process. I was still in bed midway through my convalescence when they told me I was to be demoted.
Convalescence. Oh, we learned a bit more about Nurus. Nurus is our driver. He also is connected to the gunner class, so he's like a sniper as well. He's really cool. We're collecting these relics from him, which as we pick them up end up being odds and ends and trash from the human world, which is so funny. Like it was like a bolt with a nut on it, and he's like, "Oh my god, it's amazing!" And another one, it was just like a little D&D dice, you know. It was so funny. And then like the big bad guys in the game, they're like monstrosities based on old Renaissance paintings in our real life, and they're huge big beasts. And guess what they're called? Humans. But they don't realize that they're looking in this book at this utopia, which is our planet, not realizing that the enemies they're facing are actually called humans. So obviously that's something for later in the game, but there's clearly a massive connection between that and them two, you know. Can I go to bed now? So you gave up. I didn't know. Convalescence, huh?
Between us, old boy, my flight theory's complete.
Really?
Principles are sound and tested.
Might be able to fly this thing. That sounds like a JRPG to me.
Incorporating it into the gauntlet runner. But ever since
yeah, it's such a strange machine. It's even powered by like a real heart that lets us teleport around. It's a cool premise for a game for sure. This one's been done by a team within Atlas called Studio Zero, which is different to Studio P that do the Persona games.
Your teleportation can only take us places.
Atlas is probably one of those companies that you have never played a game from unless you know the Persona series. They're quite niche. Me growing up, I played a lot of their Devil Summoner games, which I loved. I always mispronounced them. I was very dark back then, so any JRPG I could get my hands on that was quite dark, I would, you know. Things like Shadow Hearts and Devil Summoner, as I said. Loved it, love it. Because, you know, you'd be playing so much. Even a lot of the JRPGs don't really treat you as a kid because they have some adult stories in them, but for the most part, they're kind of, you know, cutesy. You can change or add party members. So there you go. So 4 is the limit. Okay. Interesting. That's cool. I think it was only 3 in the Persona series. So that's good. Okay. Reserve members gain less experience at the end of battle. I think we've already been getting skills that allow them to get more.
So?
Resting the runner, our plans didn't pan out, but we should just concentrate on getting our strength back for now. So yeah, Hymes May over here, God bless him. I've been using him as kind of the sniper slash oh, there she is right there. She's pretending to look out the window, but the windows are closed. So silly. Nice. Could you have turned out worse tonight? All thanks to our engineer. I assume that's crazy. The uncle looking chap. That's funny. Crazy uncle? Nora's, wasn't it? Never seen a man run such a tight ship with a few screws loose. Yeah. Aside, I wish you all wouldn't stand on ceremony with me. I'm on my own side, truly. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, can we trust her? Must we be so formal? That's true. I mean, if she is Irish. Nice. Mostly British and Scottish accents. Definitely over the course of this year, but also the last 2 years, I'd say. The sheer amount of people with games with British accents is crazy. I think there was like a voice actor strike or something. Or it's just a genuine idea, you know. I'm not against it. It's just I notice it. Okay, let's see here. You guys gonna pick up any games between now and Christmas? There's that Lego Forza Horizon game. They just put out a new trailer for it. I'm not gonna lie, it had that just borderline cringe. It was basically I get knocked down, I get up again, and Aloy's singing it while she gets hit with tall necks and thunder jaws and that. Interesting premise for a trailer, but it's just barely on the line of that kind of Lego movie cringe that we like, you know what I mean? Like, can you even remember Everything is Awesome? Like, when I say COVID has screwed up the entire world, I'm telling you, we're long since gone from COVID, but we have no memory retention, we've no nothing, everything's a blur. It's like 2 different timelines split. I don't know if it was Thanos flicking his fingers or what. But I swear to God, people, yeah, remember Everything is Awesome, and it was like a huge movement, you couldn't move. Like, I did enjoy those movies and the games too. That was like a big breakout for Chris Pratt, you know, outside of Guardians of the Galaxy. And then it just kind of faded into obscurity very fast. We technically got a 3rd movie with Lego Batman, but it is what it is. I don't know what's going on with Lego right now. Maybe one of those movies didn't do as well or something, but they've just completely regressed. We're not even getting games, really, you know. The Lego Horizon game is going to be the only game this year from Lego. We used to get two. Oh, yeah, I suppose Lego Harry Potter got remastered too, but come on now. Like, I'm not being mean or anything, but come on. Come on. So can we change her out now? Like, how does this work? Oh, they already did. They changed her out with Hymes May. I didn't do that, I swear. So she's there instead. Interesting. What level is she? She's 24. How come she's already injured? That's very strange to me. Anyway, I didn't... I suppose we had her in that battle, but I had no control over her. Look at it, it's crazy. When you look at the characters, they're kind of meant to be like a sort of Vitruvian man. Look how gorgeous that art style is. These guys spend an awful amount of time on their UI, and it shows, you know. People will leave like Persona 5, they'll leave this game and other games just open because the music and the art style looks so nice. And I believe it. I believe it. Nice, so let's see. Attack. Cool. Yeah, I really like Hunkerberg. I don't want to get rid of her. She is our knight. And the knight class, I'm not going to lie to you, it is a strange one. Because, as you can imagine, it's kind of more based on defense than anything. But I would. She's riding around on a horse. You would expect her to just to run people down with the lance, but alas, it is not like that. Let's have a look at our archetypes. So he's chilling as a wizard, okay. So this is your, as I was saying, like based on a Vitruvian Man, which is Leonardo da Vinci's famous sketch when he was obsessed with the human anatomy. And it's kind of been used a little bit different here. I think the Vitruvian Man only had, it was like 6 arms and 2 legs or 4 legs. This one's like crazy. So what they've done here is they've created a sort of a skill tree. Each of these little hexagons represent a different class, a different job system. In the case of, like, you know, a knight, warrior, wizard, mage, that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of crazy ones too. Like we have the faker, which is a kind of a decoy expert that will debuff the character and draw attention and stuff like that. We even have a merchant, which will allow you to throw your hard-earned money at the enemy, hopefully getting a critical attack. That's just a small part. There's assassins and thieves and everything else. There's a gunner and sniper. There's so much to choose. My advice would be to experiment and have fun with all of them, but know that a lot of them have their perfect kind of, like, they want the main character to be seeker / mage. Stroll is definitely warrior based. I have him currently as a general commander, which are another kind of a buffing character. Hunkerberg is the knight. Right now I have her as a wizard. I'm hoping to keep her as a knight, but then also gain a lot of the magic from the wizard as well. Heimsmay is the thief, but right now I have him, I have him as the assassin. Okay, cool. So the idea, you have a rank or a leveling system within it, and once you get to rank 20, it's kind of filled out. So the object kind of here is to level them up, opening up the skills, then you can inherit them into other classes, and basically just have a jack of all trades and have access to as much as you want. It's a really cool system. It's one of those that is surface deep, and when you get into it, it takes the entire game to master, and it's just really rewarding and addictive. I dig it. I dig it a lot. It's really cool. Definitely something they've learned from Persona. I hear that Persona 6 may actually be coming out next year. We'll see. It's a series that I played Persona 4, and for whatever reason, I just kind of had my fill. I'm like, cool. I even own Persona 5. Like, people forget they're buying their PS5 Pros now, poor little bastards, but they forget that during the launch of PS5, Sony did this ambassador program. It was the PS Plus collection. That's separate from what you get with your PS Plus classics and all that. It was basically 20 hand-picked games, both first party and third party, that they gave to the people for free. They're gone now. They took them off after within 2 years or so, which I thought was really mean of them because of the state of scalping. But you'll be glad to know, I hope you will be, that the PS5 Pro is still, no one's really buying it. It's still widely available, and scalpers are absolutely crapping themselves, and good enough for them. In a world we live in where people are hard up as it is just to afford a bit of food and your heating bill, I don't think these scalpers should ever win. And if you're someone who is trying to flip something or another, you know, it's just return it and put your tail between your leg and move on to your next scam. Simple as that. Simple as that. I'm not against somebody wanting to flip something like that once and be like, there you go. But it's these guys that spend and grab 1,000 units of something. I look at these grown ass people screaming and fighting over Pokemon cards. What a disgrace. I remember when I was a kid, you'd go to the desk at a counter and you'd be surrounded by Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and different candies and bubble gums, and I couldn't really afford any of it, you know. And to see just the wanton greed now really just, it sends my blood boiling. I wish I could go in there, you know, and just drop kick a few people. It's like, welcome to Walmart, and then just hand it to some kids. Hand it to some kids. That's what a Walmart greeter should be doing. Just start drop kicking people, drop kicking shoplifters and that. But you can't in a world where people will sue you for coughing in their direction. That's the way it is. So this is the new mass dancer. I'm trying to figure this one out. It's kind of wild, isn't it? It looks like a peacock. It looks crazy. Let's have a look at it up close. Look at this thing. Wow. That is some hell of a design. It's kind of like a peacock mixed with a jester or something. I have no idea about this one at all. As far as I can tell, oh, it does seem to be strength based. No, it's not. Jeez, what am I talking about? The first one is strength, and it's not even touching strength. So it's complete magic. Jesus, 7 strength. That is the lowest across the board. Some of my boys are up to nearly in the 50s. Good lord. I'll have to figure that one out. So she's magic based. That's okay. I do like magic a lot. We could give her the wizard as well. So he's 39 magic plus 11 though, which brings him up to 50. Huge numbers. This is an unusual game where the attack damage of the weapon seems to affect your actual spell damage, which, anyway, it's all good. What's this one? Increases strength and hit rate of synthesis. Increases strength and hit rate of synthesis. Okay. Nice. When he's done, we'll probably bring him back to the Magic Seeker. Yes. So the followers are usually like your party members, but they also have, you can see here, oh no, Juna's not here. Look, we're missing 3 here. I thought that was where Juna would go. Maybe she hasn't technically joined the party yet. You can see we finished off Strolls. So each of these are ranks, and you kind of hang out very much like the Persona social structure, and you'll get like a little kind of reminder to hang out with them. But everyone down here are non-party members, but important NPCs, you know. Really cool. So he's of the same race as, yeah, look, Nydia. So they're the same race as Juna, which is interesting. The only quality they seem to have is their hair, which always has this kind of pearlescent shine, and their beautiful eyes as well, which is really cool. And we have the Parapus, which are the cat people. They're really cool. Really cool. And she's cool. Katarina, she's like an absolute badass, one of the best bounty hunters in the world. She takes on our entire team. So you can see I'm kind of filling out most of them. These are all connected to your classes, so it's important. You won't gain access to the late game stuff if you don't do that. So it is kind of sort of mandatory. Look how cool this menu is. Okay, so what's the story now? Just rest up till tomorrow. Okay, so no one to talk to. You can use the toilet and the washroom if you want on board here. I guess it's just time to sleep. Let's do it. Nice. Sorry, I'm just kind of catching up myself too. Be nice to, if we get to a new area and then maybe do a quick dungeon. I'd be happy with that. That'd be progress in my eyes. Nice. To see where this goes. Are we going to make an attempt? We're trying to do break the curse and kill the Lewis as well, the wanton king. Oh, here we go. Juna's gonna make herself known.
Oh, good. You're still awake. What's the matter?
Something on your mind? Can't sleep?
Can't sleep?
Voice acting's very good.
That's rather the problem. I'm wide awake. Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room.
Oh,
even
if only we had a Xerox machine.
Work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night. He won't find out about our mission. No,
that sounds too good to be true. Probably should have Juna return my Maglar keys we got on the Charters too, just to be safe. Yeah, we snuck aboard Luis's entire big ship. It was a dungeon unto itself.
You know, I'm a bit surprised.
Oh,
I
hey.
thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't. Finally having others who know the truth, and having gotten to see my sister.
Right.
I didn't realize how exhausted I am.
Torella is her
and
sister.
You personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you. You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the forbidden text you mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen him reading it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that. He has a copy of this book too. What the hell, why was the main character's lips moving there? Maybe he's reading it to her. Now we can see a bit more, see? So it looks like our world sort of, sometimes it's 1940s, this one looks more Renaissance.
No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology.
The poor devils. I don't know who wrote this book.
And all are free to embrace.
That's not true of our world, sadly.
This culture's influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end to war. How inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the
if anything, this world, their world is a bit more open. Because there's people living off the grid in little villages just minding their own business.
Their status or tribe. We Nydia. We're all liars, you know.
What?
Everyone told us we were inherently worthless.
Christ.
Just a fact of our birth.
Why?
So I learned some glamours to make myself.
Yeah, I noticed that. So she's all like
valuable.
A double agent, and then the other Nydia we know is Alonso, who's like a professional con artist. So that's terrible.
Or not. No, do forgive me.
Why is that the
That
way?
was all lies, lies, lies. I don't
The
know
funny
what
thing
to
is, the
say.
one thing that
I
unites
just
all of the
reveal
races in this game
entirely,
is
because you
actually that
always
they're all
have the
racist.
freedom to.
That they all hate each other.
Powers
It's the
to
one thing.
conform to my
Each one of them are
ideals.
actually
I want to create
pushed
a
down
world
on.
where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll
The
make sure
Clamar with the
everyone
horns,
hears
they
that in
seem
my
to be a bit
songs.
more high
what
duty,
happens.
but it's not always the case. Talked well into the night. Oh, and there you go. It's a way of getting a friendship.
Time marches on.
Time marches on in the age of a new king. So that's the prince in the curse there. I don't know if we'll ever get to wake him up. So we're in the 8th month. They have their own days named. I think the game ends on the 10th month, so you can see how far along we are.
Prepare to hear the race's next challenge.
Let's go.
Find out where our fierce competitors are bound. To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock.
It's 20 people. I thought we killed a few.
Proceed. All others will be disqualified. I'd say
Dang.
the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now.
I bet you they're going
Look
to
at the standings, shall we?
bring it down to like semi-finals or
First
something.
place, the undisputed winner, bane of sea monsters and savior of the people, our very own Sanctifex Forden!
What a cheater.
And the traitor Louis in second, despite not actually being in the race.
Yeah, there we go.
In third, we have the warrior monk captain,
Master Godot. Damn it, so where are we?
Furthermore,
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
Yep.
What's your point? I dare say.
Oh. That's it. That means they're cheating. Alright. I hate this. It just fucking loses sync. I don't know why it's doing that. Bloody controllers. I think it's all, everything's on Bluetooth. Everything. Just put it all on Bluetooth. Bluetooth. And they all just smash into each other. More genius. Let's design a system, but forget that houses might have 15 different things on Bluetooth.
yes, we're all keeping our ears out
Systems
for
never
responsible
account for
racist
human
faction.
greed.
But we do have one standout who
Nobody
sees
does. We never thought we'd
potential
get this greedy, but we are.
popularity since the exhibition. The lad responsible for
Went from
exposing the
mukbang
sins of
challenges to
Sanctus
just being a
Joanna.
day's eaten.
Valiant human slayer.
Good
Yes,
lord.
it's the young elder.
There we go. Well, that's us.
Wasn't expecting that one.
So we're getting close. How are we going to beat the church, though?
Just like that, he's in the top 20.
Look at the skybox in the background. Looks like a painting.
one what acted all high and mighty over
Ah,
the
right.
tiny human head.
Who? Oh, right, that Gladel.
Gladel, yeah, he's a little bit dead at the moment.
Saw the writing on the wall and dropped out.
It wasn't just
So
us.
it
It was
really
the
was
king's
all
magic.
talk then. The disgrace to the Rusum, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's
Oh, right.
authority.
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina.
Nice.
Some big
Katharina.
ideas, that girl.
Yeah, she's
And
cool.
yes, she plans to put a price
We kind of
on
whooped her ass a
every
few times, but
wealthy head
she's got a
if
really
she
good,
takes the
honourable
throne.
soul.
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day.
These
Let them sweat it out.
Liverpoolian accents,
Here's a
lad.
surprise. We've got a Mastari candidate still in the running. My
Right.
sources say they hail from
Is that the one we bumped into? He looked like he was wearing like a chest piece on his head. Cool.
Pagan islands, eh? But they're
The pagans.
barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Milo.
the final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse.
Final roundup.
Just
Ooh.
about ready to announce the next leg of the race.
Yeah, are we going to the, what do they say, Virga Islands? Sounds like Virgin Islands. Where's next? Sounds about right, huh? Here we go.
And that's the bell. Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne.
Wow.
First
See, look at
of
this guy. He
all,
looks like a chess piece.
congratulations to
Badass.
the 20 who have won their places on the King's Rock.
Who's this
You
guy
are
beside
now
him?
Officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them a hand.
Yay.
No sign of
Yeah, you
Luis.
see, no Luis,
Even if he does plan
no
to take over,
Forden.
he's still not eager to play by their
Sucks.
rules.
I
They just pushed themselves to the end of the competition while doing nothing. That sucks. Talk about buying your way there.
We are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is recovering and offering a divine relic.
What?
A relic. We've been getting relics.
You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice.
Oh, it must be relic.
To tell us more, please.
Oh, Lady June.
To the stage, our guide.
Oh, and she's in her songstress outfit. Look, her hair looks like a harp. Sexy.
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Right, well, she gotta get paid.
Chosen heroes. Your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in
Altaberry
hand
Heights.
for the Sanctus Church.
Sounds like a suburb. What you gonna sing?
Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism.
Yeah.
Care nothing for salvation.
Jesus, that dress leaves nothing to the imagination. Good Lord.
Them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods.
Oh, a mention of eldritch gods. I like it.
And their relics just primitive magic tools. It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism, Altaberry Heights in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place.
They all sound like real places from our planet.
Aspiring heroes be blessed with
I like
good
that.
fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
Thought she was gonna sing. We did hear her sing once, just once, and it was quite operatic. See, Iceland is her real name, which I like, but she goes by Hunkerberg. Montario Saints Day, okay. Saints Day Eve? Doesn't that sound like All Saints Day? There he is, that's the evidence there.
Sanctifex Forden will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate,
I sense something bad about that.
Will be dedicating a ceremonial song.
Yeah, how the hell did she get her hair like that?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the tournament for the throne.
Yes, it's a little like Hunger Games, in this case with 20 people, all vying for the crown. But we're well within our rights to kill each other, which is crazy. If we bump into each other in the runners, it initiates a massive, almost ship on land warfare, cannonballs, everything. There's been many kills so far. Oh.
That candidate's a Mustari.
Yeah, these Mustari, they don't show their face. Some of them just wear cardboard boxes and metal cages. He has like almost a chest piece on him, which is terrible. You can see how people treat them, call them pagans and everything. Nice. Foreboding stooping to a new law. Yeah, it would appear that by just calling them pagans, they're actually making us steal from their land, you know? They call them relics. It might not be the same relics we're getting for Nurus, but we'll see.
What new low?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people.
See, the problem with the word pagan is it's just thrown around when it goes against someone's religion, you know?
Them as we please.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for
It's probably not the case with the Mustari at all. They just reject the church.
Long trip ahead of us.
Which they should be well in the right.
I don't care if it's the crown theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning.
Why is your shoulder hurting?
Still managed to put on a hell of a show.
You changed fast. Oh, here we go.
Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you.
These are Luis's running boys, his dogs, figuratively and literally. They're very funny. They both have Liverpool accent. There's sort of comedy element. They have a Biggs and Wedge, if you know your Final Fantasy. They have a vibe there a little bit. Alright, here we go. We have to pretend to be friends with this guy. It sucks.
Lord Luis.
This is a good time to drop it off.
Since the Gladell incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
I was pissed about that.
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctus Festival. Good on you.
Alright.
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
You
Little
need fear
shite.
nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread. That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with the god's reverence?
Yeah, this is our big bad. Ironically, he's kind of against the church too, so I think they're going for that classic anti-hero trope where you're like, I'm sort of on his side too. But I don't want to be. No, I mean, he's killed the king, he's cursed the prince to eternal damnation, like, Jesus.
Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
What do you plan to do? What do you mean, finale? I think once we get to that heights, it may be pushing to the end of the game. I put like 50 hours into this, probably like 40 of which are on stream, but the rest I just kind of run around doing things.
And what of the king's magic?
Some of the stuff, like the dungeon grinding or side quest stuff, I haven't really shown on stream too much.
Is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf.
Oh.
The artifact in question,
A lance.
known as Dracodeus.
Dracodeus, it kind of sounds like dragon god.
Implies something to do with dragons?
Yeah, exactly.
Suffice to say,
And Dios is usually means god.
relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saints' Day.
So like the lance of the dragon god or something.
Pretty high stakes, my lord.
Maybe a dragon god killer lance, I don't know, something like that.
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly
Good girl.
are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all.
She's trying to feign ignorance here. She's actually kind of with us.
You may act accordingly.
She's been a funny one. She's kind of a double agent, but the game's not really saying it, but it would appear that she's sort of leeching on or latching on to certain people. In what capacity, I don't know.
May we both find success in the pursuit
Like
of
a groupie or something else. A concubine. I don't know, we'll have to see. We don't really know what Juna's big plan is. Definitely connected to her sister. Maybe she's trying to free her from the bonds of the church. I wouldn't blame her. Her being Irish as well definitely hits home to certain people. Okay, so I guess we've no choice but to go somewhere else and try gathering more information. Nice. Search for clues about the divine lance. There does not appear to be a timer on this one. Memorandum, okay. This is one of the cities here. This is the big King's Rock. Basically, when the king died, everyone thought, oh, it's all good, but his magic lived on, and he raised the entire church, basically, out of the ground, and now he's got a face on it, and he's searching down, looking at everybody, and even one of his eyes are the current face of who would be the next king. It's a bit of a strange one, gives me Majora's Mask vibes, although that was the moon, and this is just like a floating palace. Okay, so where should we go now? Let's see, do we have a timer on this one? I don't think so. Luis's soiree. Yeah, it doesn't say. Bet you it's still like events. And yeah, every Idol's Day, as they call it, or like a Sunday, there's a big discount in the shops. So it's always good to save your money for that. Although money is there's Montaro's Saints' Day. See, so no matter what way this works, we all have to get through the next area. So you may have to speed through some of it. It's a funny one. You can fly through, or you can take as much time as you really want until it pushes you forward. Yes, okay. What do you think, Gallica? Might be worth heading towards somewhere crowded to see what you can find out. Somewhere crowded. Who's this guy?
So foolish, it arouses
You know that Elder? Yeah, they don't even like our... the main character's race is known as the Elders, and he just has multicolored eyes. I think it's like a nod to Elder. An Elder race or something. I don't think we've met anyone else. Ha 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 Oh.
Hey there.
You hear what you said about all that crap though about there being pagans nearby? At least we got somewhere out of the diatribe other than a headache. Yes. Search for clues, so crowded places.
Alright then.
Maybe the market? No, maybe the night prowler. Can we even go there? Don't think so. Oh no, look, it won't let us travel anywhere. I guess just we keep talking to people. No, maybe we'll go into the pub. Into the Great Catch. This area is definitely all like, it's like Venice meets like fisherman's place. Alright, anybody in here? Let's have a chat. Excuse me, that's you two. Why address me like I'm enjoying a meal? I'm a customer of this tavern, no obligation to respond. Oh, jeez. That's the lady who owns the place.
I'm just incredulous.
Hey, listen.
Incredulous. Look at all these people chatting away. It gets a lot on the screen at times. Alright. Who would know more than the landowner? I have a question. A divine lance? I'm sure the best person to ask about that sort of thing. Oh wait, someone outside was rambling about that just a bit ago. I had a large mask on. Must have been Mustar. He seemed awfully bothered. He's bothered about the lance? Yeah. It's gotta be our friend in the chest piece on his head. He's in the Merchant's Bazaar. I was thinking that place is packed to the rafters. Alright, we can fast travel there. It takes a second. There it is.
Let's go.
Whee! I'm excited to see the next place. I doubt we're going straight to that Sanctus. You know, they usually like to, like, that's the end destination. So we might bump into a few places. Like, we have a big world map right now. You can see, like, these islands beside us. Maybe that's where we're going. Town map. Yeah. Alright. Let's see, can we bump into this guy? It's nice to see a lot of NPCs and having a chat. Showing off at the exposition. What about these guys? Damn. Oh, this is this guy. So your name's Rudolph. He's crazy looking.
Yes, hello.
He's got like the beret on, highly militarized. One who denounced, but the support you've earned pales in comparison to mine. Mine desire an independent Roussant. The Roussant, they're the kind of elves. Dishmished. Oh, cool little horse. They kind of look like the Parapuses. This is the big rock. This rock will change depending on who's close to becoming king. So you got Forden, there's Luis, and it really does change. You can go over and talk to this guy, and it will give you free energy sometimes. The King's Rock.
Hang on. What?
No,
Isn't that?
our face isn't on it yet. Damn it.
Look at that.
The tiny little face of ours? Where? But anyone who doesn't know you personally wouldn't know. Oh. You know King's magic protect you, but you find it hard to believe it's your face. Yeah, oh yeah, Godot, that's the guy right here. Basically, the church is running, man. Nice, we got 4,000 for that. Hell yeah, we were building up a nice bit of magical energy. Let me see, is there a face on it somewhere? I don't see it. I don't see it. Be a tiny, tiny bit. It does slowly spin around. Spin around, slide. Yeah, I like the sword surfing stuff. It's cool. It's a cool idea. Let you get around real fast. Young man! Oh, young man. What's up? Seen Claudel around much these days? Uh-oh. Yeah, he died. I'm surprised people don't, like, announce that stuff. Because if it's the king's magic killing him, then here's what it is. There's the Mustari right here. Yep, there he is. I want to know more about these people. The poor things, they're literally ostracized. Oh, he's pissed.
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please.
We don't even know what their face looks like. You can see his hair a little bit there.
Damn him. And damn his crown theocracy.
They sound Welsh. Maybe they're all Welsh.
He's in quite a state.
Yeah, Hemsman is this tiny mouse bat dude, but he's a voice like Liam Neeson.
Ransack his homeland.
Pretty cool.
For now, how to approach him?
Yeah, I want to ask you something. We've really crossed the line. Why don't we team up? Seems like everybody hates the church.
They've really crossed the line.
Wait.
No.
You're not with the Sanctus Church.
Never.
One of the few who aren't, it seems.
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native
Definitely heard too much Welsh
worship
action,
idols
so
that are
that'd be
known to
interesting.
conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, They are primitive.
Hunkelberg has a little German going on, but she loses the accent every now and then. She's cool.
So said my studies, at least.
Oh, far from it. Divine relics.
She's got the honor of a samurai, of a true knight.
Propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them.
Okay.
If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference.
Propaganda, I like that.
For nothing.
It's definitely one word for the church.
They might as well have come from the gods.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something.
Yeah, we're right in the midst of the next act in the game, so you're getting inundated with story, you know, which is great. Builds up for the next missions. A little bit harder. It's just something I couldn't do off stream, you know. You'd be missing entire context and just showing up in a new place.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now.
That's what makes it all cozy.
The lance of the dragon god.
I was right, dragon god. Well, it's kind of self-explanatory.
Anyone would want our homeland's greatest treasure.
Question: is it made from a dragon god, or is it to kill a dragon god? We have dealt with one dragon. We didn't kill him though. It was at the start of the game, and you were meant to sneak past him, but optionally you could kill him, or try anyway, and it would reward you with a fantastic weapon.
You mean Virga Island then?
There you go, Virga Island.
It's a large island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mustari, and it remains the only place
that's where we're
where
going next.
Sanctism has not taken root.
I'm not out to abolish sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
So that's why you're in this race.
I thought I could change the world. And then I saw the truth. What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni. Take my advice.
Edeni, okay.
Forget about Dracodios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
Do you mean we'd never take it by force either?
We don't intend to take it by force.
Even if you did, you'll not find any ships that sail there.
It's like a whirlpool or something?
That's the first obstacle in your way. Take my word. It's no place for an outsider. It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart...
The fact that they don't show their faces seems like more of a shunning, you know, like a shame thing.
Well, sounds like
especially the poor. You see them, they tend to be the homeless and the poor in each of the towns, which is so sad.
Tis true.
We'll have to see what that's about. It could also be tradition stuff.
Thanks to both sea currents and cultural tensions, the only merchant ships passing Virga Island embark from Montario.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Virga. We'll never make the deadline.
Then let's bally well conquer this inland sea ourselves. Don't worry.
We talked about flying. Maybe if we can't go across the sea, we'll go over it. Maybe. There is one flying ship so far, and it is Luis's.
About Lady Juna. Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Oh, here we go. These guys fancier.
You still don't trust them, do you?
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, the whole Gladel mess, you really think they're innocent?
Then let's go with them, yeah?
Why do they matter? Gladel was... all of the kind of dark purple enemies in the game are sort of weird necromancers and like uber fans of Luis. And I think they kind of push them towards just being a side villain, but I think they may actually be connected to Luis more than we know. That he's sending them out. Ooh. What did you do?
What the?
Dang.
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
Quite right.
How did you do that?
You lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree.
Well, I did say it looked like a submarine.
Believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas.
Cool.
After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone.
Sea runner.
Design, don't you know?
How's it gonna work? Maybe the legs could kick, maybe? So if you were to run across the bottom of the ocean, sounds good in practice, but Jesus.
Island, milady. Look at the map. What's
Nice.
our shortest route to Montario, eh? A straight shot through the
Yeah, this has been a nice change of pace. Like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's up there with any of my favorites. We'll see how the ending is as well, but it's definitely really, really fantastic. As, you know, I would separate JRPGs and, you know, real-time combat, turn-based, and then things like fully open world, and then this one's more dungeon crawling.
Killed the big sea monster out there.
I separate them out a good bit like that.
Really? Don't tell me you're making the trip in that.
I still think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is my personal game of the year so far. We'll see.
Especially since you're bound for some remote.
There's been some great games. Black Myth Wukong was great too.
Working so hard and you still can't trust them. Or is it me you don't trust?
We're here on Master Louis.
Oh no.
Sure I don't have to
Please don't let them on board.
Or do you have a problem with us being around?
No.
Rather, we're running short on beds.
Right.
Oh, don't worry. Dell doesn't take up as much space as me.
Oh, belt up. Besides,
Alright.
we expect this rust bucket to survive a night at sea.
If you don't like it, leave. Nobody's forcing
you.
Looks like we're crewmates then.
Ah.
Not unlike a sea voyage for a bit
That
of fun.
sucks. These guys are going to be rooting through everything.
This is a fine mess. Wasn't expecting them along. What do you think their angle is?
Garjuna, they still suspect us. They're big on sailing.
They probably still suspect us.
I agree. We definitely crossed a line with the whole Gladell incident.
Yeah, but I just don't know why it matters that much to them. You know?
Make sure she's shipshape. Give me a shout when you're ready.
Shipshape. It shouldn't matter. In fact, we got rid of a problem. If they're super creepy fans and necromancers, they only cause trouble. Nice. Let us set sail. I will still be able to fast travel forward and back. Look at the bloody trumpets on it. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of Renaissance painting. I can never remember the name of the artist every time I forget. Joe! It was Sugar Me Timbers. It was like Boss. Was it Boss? Bosch? Yeah, I think it was Bosch. Let me see if I'm right. Painter Bosch. All these Renaissance paintings. They literally created the bosses around it. It was like a human head with a giant egg that was cracked open. If you've ever seen some of those paintings, they're wild. They usually will depict great wars, you know, wars against heaven and hell, or things like that, you know, or 7 circles of hell. Beautiful.
Ready to depart.
Alright, let's not mess around because, you know, we want to push on. We're going to the Virgin Islands. Instead of Virgin Islands. There you go. No. As you can see, yeah, like I say, it's going to take a few days. So it works like a puzzle piece.
Is this spot right here?
Many days?
Days away it
That
is.
looks like 2 days, maybe? Trying to remember, the campfires I don't think count as a day. Day 1 heat, so it's super hot. The weather does depict some stuff. Zoom out. Let's have a look at the map. Oh, maybe we'll bump into some of this. Look at this thing. Human head cracking. Creepy. Took that weird video of this person who shaved the dog's head. Made it look like a human, but it turned out to be false. We've kind of done mostly here, and then came down this way. We're going to circle back around. Wouldn't be surprised if around here somewhere, or in here somewhere, is where the finale would be. Who knows? Nice. Because it's kind of more dungeon based, the actual size of the map, although small because it's depicted as a painting, it doesn't really matter. Because you can have 7 or 8 places to go between them. Like look at this over here with the Forsaken Tower. And they themselves are 2 to 3 hour dungeons sometimes. It's wild. Absolutely wild. And probably have to do something here too. Alright, let's get over there.
Oh.
Alright. Region's currents. Let's go around using the islands as sort of current blockers. You can see a lot of whirlpools and stuff. Such a beautiful game. Tally-ho! See, this is the beating heart. While this happens, you kind of get accustomed, have a chat with people on the ship. You can read, you can go to the bathroom. If you go to the bathroom on certain days, it's like a lucky poop. I'm serious. You get a free piece of luck. Not piece of poo though. How cool is his cockpit? It's like a submersible. Nice. This is a classic JRPG where you get your ship, you get your airship later on. I love
I
it.
say, it's wholly foreign to me.
'Tis a land within an archipelago where many Mystari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
Oh.
How have they managed to avoid the church's influence?
Yeah, it snuck up me. Next week is Dragon Quest. I would like to finish this before starting another big RPG. It's a very big danger of mine. I risk not finishing off things. Like I said, I put 50 hours into this, you know, it's a hell of a commitment. And there's probably at least 38 more hours.
God's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
This one I got on Xbox because I got Silent Hill on PS5, so I'm going to continue to do that. I've been really enjoying the Xbox. I was kind of Xbox main for a bit during the 360 and then Xbox One.
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with
Took me a long time. I didn't get a PS4 until like 2016, 2017.
Give it a rest.
When I got Horizon Zero Dawn.
Hard to talk strategy with those two hanging around.
Not gonna lie, I was a little salty after the whole FU Europe from Sony at the time during the PS3. You'll get 2 jobs, and I'm like, no, I just won't buy your console. And there's a lot of great games. I have an old slim PS3 and we play a few games every now and then from PlayStation 3. It's an awkward UI though, it's an awkward system. Great games, bad UI.
That means my husband can go out fishing again, doesn't it?
They've learned a good bit from that. That's probably the only good thing about PS5 I do genuinely like is how buttery smooth the UI is. But it's lacking like a whole lot of features. Features I don't really use, but they're still missing. Like no background screen, no themes, no folders. Very strange. So things get messy fast.
The Gauntlet Runner takes to the water in its new form.
Yeah, a lot of cool things. I think the season 1 of Call of Duty is next week as well. I'm more in it for the new zombies map, you know. We can finish off the campaign as well. I've been really enjoying that. It's one of my favourite campaigns since the old school ones. Across we go. I'm hoping with them being Virgin Islands, and you can see like a little bit of the artistry. It looked like kind of, sort of Fiji, Jamaica kind of inspired, actual Virgin Islands inspired. Be cool. Have those kind of straw houses and that, and just beach living. I do want to do that sometime in my life. Just spend a couple of years on one of those small islands, you know. It's a whole different thing. It just slows things down. It's better living, easy living. Just coconuts every day until you're pooping yourself, let's be honest. I hope you're all doing well. Look at them, it's a half asleep, huh? So this is where you kind of check your little stuff. Oh yeah, they're on the ship, no. And then how we talk, because the game is kind of steampunky, we literally shout through these pipes. And when he's talking to us, they move like, you know, old classic Looney Tunes. I always love that. I love when cartoons do speakers or anything like that and make them move like a mouth. It was always very strange to me as a kid. But I loved it. Any kind of that over-animated, it makes it look amazing. Nowadays, over-animated just means overproduced and just everything's so computerized and shiny. I can't quite figure it out. It's not like I hate them, but it's just there's just a certain magic that's gone. Everything's shaking. You can even plant some different flowers if you want, which will help you. And then you can read books, which should improve things, because you have obviously your skills with your strength and magic and all that, and then you have your ranks for your classes, your wizard and warrior, and then you have the royal virtues, which is a whole different system where it looks like a crown for your head. As you slowly become closer to becoming king, you have to be treated like a king, and you need the proper virtues to become a king. So these are basically another side of Persona as well, where you're dealing with each of these sort of emotions and social skills. It's very simple. With these, you just have to talk to certain members or do certain dungeons. You really will fill this up pretty naturally just by playing the game. Like, don't worry too much about it. Some you just don't need to bother too much with. Like courage, as I said, dungeons will sort it out. Wisdom, you'll bump into certain landmarks in the world, and they're gorgeous. Like we saw that kind of crystal mine, and then later on we saw this prophecy tree, which was gorgeous, just like a cherry blossom that's blown in the wind. So that kind of takes care, those two kind of take care of themselves. Tolerance is all about how you perceive the other races and not kind of talking down to people and just seeing how the rest of the world lives and being more tolerant of their ways of living. And that's pretty cool, so you can do that. Eloquence is how you speak, how you take in the world, and then imagination is how you perceive things yourself. So that's how you do it. So each time you level up, I try and keep them across the board pretty close. You start at 0. 5 seems to be the limit, so you can kind of tell where we are in the game. We're kind of 3/4 of the way through, and yeah, we're almost nearly 4 with wisdom. So yeah, I would argue that the other 3, tolerance, eloquence, and imagination, need more help than the first 2. So you probably, like right now, like eloquence is a bit low. But as you level those up, it then opens up other classes, other chats with followers. Like some of them just won't talk to you because maybe you don't have enough tolerance, that you wouldn't understand their plight. The plight of the common man, that kind of stuff. It's very interesting. It's cool. I like it over Persona. The issue with Persona, although it varies inside me, for me is I don't want to go back to high school. Not like I had that bad of a time, but I just ain't no need to go back there. So I don't tend to play that much of them, especially when you're literally doing exams in Persona. Like, Jesus, it's one thing or another just doing the day-night stuff and the social gatherings, but actually doing exams, like, get the hell out of here. It's bad enough when you do quizzes in games as it is. So yeah, screw that. And then I always was a bit iffy about the idea that in Persona, to basically birth your persona, your monster, they do this thing where they basically spiritually shoot themselves in the head. But they do the action and it looks like pixels bursting out of their head. It's a very strange one. It's always a weird one. Like, why the hell are teenagers so into this? But like anything else, that ludo-narrative dissonance where you see gore and violence in front of your face, but most of us just are completely desensitized to it, not realizing there probably is trauma there somewhere. The same thing happens with teenagers, they're so switched on, so hyper-focused on emotion and hormones going everywhere that, yeah, see, that's why I think teenagers, and myself included, love that dark stuff and love horror and that, because we kind of crave it. We want something like that, to feel something. So everything else is so oppressive to us, pressures of society, the pressures of school, the pressures of your parents, the pressure of your friends, the pressures of relationship. It's just so much. So all that pushing down, all that pressurized can drive them crazy, and so I think that you need those outlets, and that's why we kind of go to the darker stuff. Alright, let's go read a book, I think. Yes. So some of these I've finished already, I think. Oh, there's top secret poetry. Do not read. So I think there is an achievement for reading them all. So I wonder what top secret poetry is about. I assume that's from Juna. Maybe she's a little amateur poet and she didn't know it. I think the name of the game, they should have just called it Metaphor, because it kind of works like the way everything's working. The Refantazio is just a subtitle that, in all honesty, just kind of... You never put a subtitle on a new IP. It just confuses people. It's like, oh, did I miss the first Metaphor game? No, you didn't. This is a brand new IP. So yeah, I hate that kind. I've always said that. I see indie developers doing it. I'm like, please don't do that. Don't put a big feck off subtitle on your game. It confuses the masses, Make it sharp. Make it quick. You always feel like you've missed something. Ha ha ha. Alright, so this one deals with courage. Top secret poetry is courage, which is weird. Pride and persuasion, I believe that was tolerance, kind of a nod to Pride and Prejudice, as you can imagine where they're going with this. They don't shove the politics down your throat, or the racism or anything, or classism, but it's there, it's apparent, it's smart writing. You can still read any of these you want, even though they're finished. They'll give you 4 points. Let's see, which one's tolerance? I definitely look these up. I think it tells you anyway if you click them, but I definitely look up some of these just to ease my trouble. No, that's eloquence. Okay. Eloquence. Be new world travel. No, that's imagination. Imagination. Bygone era. Okay, cool. The main characters have been written absolutely incredibly. Almost better than the main story. Like Heimsmay, our lovely little bat mouse person, who sounds like Liam Neeson. He is amazing. And he, as you can imagine, he is like a hard exterior, no emotions. He's a thief. But on the inside, He is just, oh, such a tragic story. He had a child who was killed, and then he got completely ostracized from his village, but they stole his child's urn, who had been cremated, you know, and he couldn't find it. They'd hidden it from him, so he couldn't give him a proper burial. Just disgust. So we had to go along as he told us his story, and this book he's written is actually about stories of the times he spent with his child. That's just one person, and if that doesn't make you feel something inside, I'm sorry. You might have a little bit of a broken heart. Nice. Oh, so when they're finished, you don't even get a bit of the story, but that's okay. So that bumps that up a bit there, you see? See how it goes? Nice. And that's just one little day, so it's best just to fly through these parts, because you're kind of stuck in the ship, and you get a bit of cabin fever after a while. And what usually happens is you can have a chat with some of your party members, but it comes down to them. You see? Oh, she's doing a bit of stretching. Now we have Juna here. Interesting. There seems to be a lot of different clothes, and I've seen some people streaming and they're wearing different clothes. I don't know how to change clothes. It was probably some goofy ass pre-order bonus or something. You can go cooking as well. I like Hunkelberg, but you'd seen her name. She was like, what was it? Eisen or something like that. I can't remember what it was. She's an elf, so she's like 16 names, but she just goes by Hunkelberg, which is actually where she's from. But she's really cool. She's an honorable knight. She was the prince's guardian, and because he got cursed, he feels 100% responsible. So she just holds that with her the whole time, like carrying a weight up a hill, you know. And we're trying to like break her down and tell her that you are a wonderful person. There's nothing you could have done differently, you know. And because she's helping us with the prince, she's sort of abandoned her knighthood, and of course then she's taking shit for that. The entire like friendship she had with her other knights, they piss all over her. They think that she's abandoned her honor, she's less than a human, and we're like, you have no idea, she's doing something far more important. So her story kind of revolves around regaining pride in herself and restoring the knighthood, the order, to proper, because the guy who's currently in charge is a psychopath. He's like hanging people for tripping over their laces or something, or dropping something on the ground. He's just hanging them in the gallows. Crazy. So it's, yeah, medieval, steampunk, a little bit of, the reason I bring Hunger Games up is because the nature of running for the kingdom, for the kinghood, and kind of basically people just offing each other. It's crazy. It's like, oh, you're in the lead, okay, get him killed, because this thing has cannons on it. They shoot each other, which is kind of cool. And then on the side, yeah, we're mainly trying to kill Luis and bring the prince back from the dead. You can see we're kind of continuing the lie. All the people think the prince is dead because he's been in a coma that long. But in actuality, I think if everyone knew, it might help. But people are so broken-brained that they're afraid to say anything, which you can see. So it's better that they believe in the lie for now, sadly. Then where the main character comes in, I'm fully convinced that if he's not the prince's brother, then he's just like an adopted brother or something, because they were extremely close in some of the flashbacks. That's why it's personal to him. But yeah, over the course of the game, we're now running for king ourselves, which seems like a betrayal to the prince, but it's not. It's so we can get closer. I do think the ultimate goal is to free the prince and have him be the rightful heir. But by taking Luis out, who has killed the prince's father, the king, we can't have Luis alive. He's going to try and murder the prince. That's how he's getting forward. And Luis is going after the church. We're going after the church. So it's sort of unified goals. You don't want to be agreeing with the big bad of the game. But in modern storytelling, the go-to is the villain with an actual, like, understandable cause, you know, or an anti-hero that you might actually agree with, you know. We're living in a post-Joker world. But as soon as we got the Joker, we got the Joker 2, which was a complete deconstruction, a smear campaign on their own movie, which was wild. It was basically building up an icon, a god, and immediately hating what you've done. We've seen this time and time again. Go talk to the creator of Undertale. He fucking hates his creation. Hates it. He's doing Deltarune now. He had to give it a different name because he hated Undertale so much. And the guy who did Five Nights at Freddy's. Scott or whatever, he fucking hates his audience. He hates them. He's like, I want to sell them. I want to get rid of this. Oh no, they can't do it properly. I have to come back and do it. In the same way, I would argue with Miyazaki from Studio Ghibli. I don't think he hates his movies, but he's a very angry man. He can't find a proper heir. His newer generations, his son and grandsons, he's kind of an old bitter man. You know, he's a genius, absolute genius. There's no doubt about it, but. Like most older people, they don't suffer many fools, and unfortunately, he's finding it very hard, as you can imagine, for his to find any kind of a protege, you know. I see that all the time. He's retired like 3 times and come back, you know. And then one of his, I think it was his grandson or his son, put out that earwig and the witch, and he used computerized animation, and oh, that didn't sell well and didn't go down well at all. And it wasn't a great story either. Like, a lot of people don't realize because they kind of dick ride Miyazaki, myself included. But if you go back, some of his greatest stories and movies, like Howl's Moving Castle, based on a British woman's story. You know, Disney movies based on the Brothers Grimm. You know, there's not really much originality out there. Just the way it is, unfortunately. You just gotta like what you like. Yeah, so there you go. That's the way that is. So see, they have little icons on their head. All 3 of them right now are connected to imagination. That means by talking to them, you would spend the night chatting about something or another, and it would increase your imagination. So we'll talk to Juna. She's kind of cute there. Sometimes there'll be a special little bug flying around the campfire, and you pick it up because there is a cooking system that can take up time. But if you level up one of your characters, you can then cook for free. So there's so many things you can do. It's really cool. I enjoy the hell out of this game. It has that perfect mix of dungeon crawling, great story, and a little bit of min-maxing with the stats, which I actually like. You'll never really see me do that much on camera because it's extremely nerdy, and not reason I do that. It's time consuming. It can be quite boring, but it's really good for my brain. It definitely, I don't know what it is. It just makes me happy sometimes, you know. I really like that side of RPGs. But it's not something you sell a game on, that's for sure. It's quite, you know, it'd be like doing calculus for enjoyment, not for an exam, you know. Anyway, to each their own. I like it. It's that quite of, same thing as like fighting a boss for 2 hours. It's that, yeah, it can be frustrating, but it's that sort of cozy autopilot mode that really just releases a lot of stress. You're not really focusing on anything in particular. Alright, I want to talk to her a little bit more because it might bump up her stats. I really love what she's got going on. Everyone else is kind of sticking to more medieval, where she's just like, fuck it, 70s chic, you know. She even got the little hairband, you know. I'm telling you, she looks like that chick from Jefferson Airplane or something. We can do it with you. I can't shake my doubts. I want to know more about her. So as far as we can tell, she's kind of a secret agent. She looks like a little singer. But if you look at her attire, she has freaking throwing knives by her side and a shield pauldron right here, you know. So clearly something else is going on. A little secret agent with an Irish accent, no less, which is not too bad. It's not great, and it's not Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, but it's close. It has that little Galway or Kerry twang on it, which is always a surefire sign of a fake accent.
But
yeah, she's about 2 more drinks away from diddly-eye, diddly-o. And I honestly think there's like maybe 1 or 2 communities left in Ireland that actually speak like that. And they're in the bowels of nowhere, you know, out in the boons, out in the sticks, out in the heathers of like Connemara, you know, or Killarney. The most part, outside of like Dublin or something, a lot of accents kind of just sound like me. Dublin, each of the extremities of Ireland have very extreme accents, but for the rest of us, we just kind of sound like this. Dublin has a, how's it going, James? And you got the Northern Ireland accent, and you got the Kerry, which is the diddly-eye, diddly-o, diddly-hee, you know. And then you got Connemara as well, which is, you can barely even, half of them be speaking Irish too. So that's kind of it, but all around everywhere else, you know, we kind of about to sound the same.
Goodness.
The mugginess is my worst enemy. I don't mind the ocean. Oh, is she kind of seasick? Oh no, it's the hair. She doesn't like, it's messing up her hair. So they all have great stories. Stroll here is not my biggest favourite character or anything like that, but interesting, I suppose. He's kind of a prince who Luis burnt his town to the ground, killing his parents and that, and he's been trying to restore his town, get his people back who's left, and get the inheritance. So we've kind of been doing that, you know. And then Hunkelberg, I kind of explained her with the knighthood, and Hemsmay, I kind of explained him with his poor son and that. It's been very important to him. And then now we're just kind of getting used to a new character, Juna. The island is barbaric. Well, of course they do. They just write it off as pagans. Watch it now. It's going to be the most calming, beautiful land ever. It's just one of those things, just absolutely in the church. It doesn't matter if it's in a game or in real life. That's exactly what they do. Everything bad. Everything non-church bad. Building off people as if they're great monsters or something. When in reality we know the church is the real monsters. Not as nice as Luis's. Yeah, Luis's had like 4 floors to it. It's the difference, like, you know, flying a tiny little fucking 1-engine little skipper plane versus a giant Air Force One with multi-floors. Oh, these guys are actually playing a bit of chess. I don't think we can play that. Nice. Get him, Hunkelberg. Kick his arse. Finish the game. It was most illuminating. Aside Watchdog or no, it does seem both good to sharpen our tactics together. Careful, you might be burying your sword in him in a while. Da 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 da. What else can we do? What day is today? So every time it's on the 5th, so now it's the 15th of August in the game, you want to take a poop. You want to go to the bathroom. You can go to the toilet whenever, and it'll just say, well done. But if you do it, he seems to have an epiphany. A poop epiphany. We have an epiphany in your pants. A piff of pants. But then there's a poofany. Is where you're having a poop, and there you go. So your luck increased by 1. That happens on the 5th, or when it lands on a 5 or a 0. There we go. Speaking English, Ira. So if it's like the 5, 10, 15, 20. Talk to Juna. I found these cramped sleeping arrangements amusing at first, but the novelty wears off fast. I know, it's very submarine, where you're sleeping inside these portholes, lying down, and that's about it. But trust me, it's to keep you safe. They're designed that if the ship rocks or goes upside down, that you're not getting thrown around. Watch this one video of a guy, and he's sleeping up in a bunk bed. Big dude. It was like a 3-layer bunk bed. And he had no railing. And he was just rolling over in his sleep, forgot where he was, fell clear out of it, and he's just on the ground going, oh! He probably just winded the crap out of himself, but Jesus. What a way to go. And then when you're asleep, you see, you're not going to react. That kind of sleep kick will wake you up, but if you're really asleep, oh my god. When I was a kid, I slept in bunk beds a lot. It was just the way space was. But we had massive railings, never fell out of my bed. Definitely fell off the ladder a couple of times though. That's just normal. I think we'll keep reading. I know it sounds a bit goofy, but it's just important to keep those topped up. The quicker we do those, the less we have to worry about them. Is that kind of a weird thing to do? Nice. So the day and night cycle is interesting, where it
Alright.
That's Gallica, isn't it? Okay. No, Gallica. Where certain people will want to hang out. But because we're on the ship.
Look at this.
Nice. A new view. You can also have fights as well. Look at this. This seems like some kind of crystal thing, is it? The towering seawall. Cool. Sandy Hollow. Alright. These are fun, so this will give us some wisdom. These are almost just instances for the artists of the game to do a beautiful area. You don't really get to walk around them. It's more just gorgeous. Just like this, the Tree of Prophecy. This one probably like a frozen, oh yeah, frozen like tsunami thing. Look at this, the towering seawall. Look at that, it's like an aquarium. Incredible. Sea's been split into, what is this, interstellar? Standing on the seafloor. This is what Magla anomalies are capable of. Principle that maintains the water sphere in Brilhaven. Okay, but by Jove, this is a whole other level entirely. Dale, are you sure about this? The water isn't going to come down, is it? You can't swim? Well, they are kind of little hoops. Listen, mate, you better keep your nose out places where it doesn't belong. I can't really do the Liverpudlian accent on command. It just has to fall out of your mouth sometimes. It's whenever you focus on it. That's cool. These end up being just nice little story moments, and you'll get like a bump in your wisdom, and it'll also, you get a postcard. I think someone must take a picture, I'm not sure, but you will take a postcard which will help with Maria, which is this cute little girl, the daughter of Grias, who passed away. So we've sort of become like a sort of elder brother figure for, you know. she's connected to the healer class, so it's important to check in with her. God bless her. She's half of 2 of the races in the game, so she gets unimaginable racism thrown at her, all the way from adults down to children who are learning from the adults, which is super sad. The poor thing, like, she's sort of already mid-trauma with her father passing away, but she helps out in this little local pub with Fabian, and she's kind of adopted her. So we check in from time to time, and it helps. It's cute. It's one of those things, seeing the eyes of a cruel kind of medieval style world through her, you know.
Let's go.
One lens out of many. Seawall might collapse in the rain, rather not stay on. That's cool. My favorite is still the Tree of Prophecy. That was like a wow moment. There you go. So that's basically free wisdom. See what I was saying? There's no necessarily need to read the wisdom book or stuff, because you're going to get certain parts. Same with courage. You're going to be doing some of the dungeons. We'll see if we can get a dungeon in here. That would be nice. Right now it's just heavy. Nice. On the story, because it's a new act, you know, a new area. Still got a ways to go. Nice. Alright, now this is more the campfire you see, but it's a campfire on this. This one didn't say anything about how many days it's taken, so because it's story, they just forgo that, I think. Yeah, there is fights on board this, very much like airships and like Final Fantasy X and that. But we unlocked a special thing where he'll shoot the cannon at the enemy on board. Oh, speak of the devil.
Did we hit a rock out?
No. Oh god, it's got to be something.
Those fool brothers are still abed, even in this tempest.
Yeah, you'd be sick.
Bloody Parapus. Almost makes one envy them.
Right, I heard. You aren't too fond of the Parapus.
Why?
They both had horrible upbringings, those two. But they really do have kind hearts behind the glass.
It looks like Parapus encompasses the dog-like people and the cat-like people.
One time, I asked what I could do to repay them, and they came over all red-faced. We'd like to hear you sing, Lady Juna. Your voice is awful pretty.
It doesn't go too hard on the furry stuff. It's all good. If you play any JRPG, you'll be far more used to anthropomorphic characters.
No.
It never was a bad thing. That's the weird thing, you know. It was absolutely like, you know, your Lola bunnies and your Nala from Lion King, where you're like, I've got strange feelings going on. But no one really cared that much. But unfortunately, as time has gone on, and the bitter nature of the internet, where we can't just enjoy something, we have to obsess about it, it's created that weird furryism, and it just ruins things retroactively. It's like, whoops, now I feel embarrassed for how I felt as a kid at these characters that were clearly meant to be, like, you know, if Bugs Bunny had love hearts around Lola, and you like Bugs Bunny, you too would have that kind of feeling of, oh, I like her too, you know, that kind of, because you're an impressionable kid. That's just the way it is. But also, yeah, maybe you just had feelings too. It's completely normal. Literally every cartoon back then would have moments like that. Even Minnie coming over and giving Mickey a smooch, or Daisy playing hard to get with Donald, and other, you know, the list goes on and on. So look at Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit. Like, sheesh, are you kidding me? That was like big moment. Two big moments. Shared life stories, you know.
Everyone's life stories.
But it's interesting, right? It's interesting as time was going on. Absolutely, I'd say furries and all that existed back then too. I think in some ways the internet has made the world very small, which is great. We all get to hang out from across the world. But in other ways it's made it very small, where you're like, whoops, people are airing dirty laundry and weird kinks that I do not need to know about. Or pictures of men dressed as babies. Like, what the hell is going on? Oh jeez. Not kink shaming, but it's like, control thyself.
Whether Lady Juna is on our side or not.
Alright.
Come on, you two.
Nice. I thought I'd get a cheeky little quick stream in here. Because of this one, I was like, oh, I kind of sat this one out a little bit last week, you know. How's it going, Dynamite? How you doing, sir? Speak of the devil. We got some great zombies and Fortnite in, didn't we? Absolutely banging. I enjoyed it so much. We didn't get too many wins in, but who cares? We had fun and good kills.
What's happening?
Like Bernie and his reasonably priced car. I like that. If every match of Fortnite could be like that, I'd be down for that. Look at this, everything's going crazy, and these guys just Sitting around. You good? Oh yeah, he's really seasick. We already have our seasick member. Alright, we're heading to the deck. Let's see. Something might have snuck on board. Oh, we get treated to the beautiful anime cutscene. Oh, it is the Kraken. Well, it wasn't on the map for nothing. Oh, good timing. I think this is going to have a human head. Oh, watch out, Juna. Oh, Suki protected. Oh, good lad. Oh, no. No, we don't want them to die. Nice. Go on, Will. Yeah, these guys are unbelievable with their cutscenes. How they haven't done a dedicated anime yet is beyond me, because they clearly have the chops. Look at them big pork chops, you know. Nice. Are we gonna get to fight this for real? I hope so. Probably not. Look, it has like a crown on one of its tentacles. It's like a king kraken.
You realize this changes nothing.
All right.
We're still
enemies. Oh, we're gonna get to see his face. Whoa. It looks like it's gonna have a human face. Yeah, look at it. Human? Yep. So all the bad monsters in the game are, they call them humans, not realizing that, you know, we're humans. It's kind of cool, isn't it? What a great mix of things.
We don't kill the thing, we're all sunk.
Yes.
Used to it.
How you doing? How's your weekend going so far? I don't often get too many weekend streams in. I thought I'd get a quick one. I wanted to play this because I left it off on a story part. Like, we've been going for an hour and a half. It's been all story. So yeah, I couldn't move, couldn't do a dungeon. But now we get this banging boss. I love it. Look at this dude. Nice. Also probably based on, as I said, some of the other stuff was based on Bosch paintings. This could be it as well. This looks like, you know, it's a crown of thorns. I mean, need I say more? Nice. Changing your party in battle. Consumes 1 turn icon. Stinky. One thing I loved about Final Fantasy X was just flapping them out. Was it Bosch? I have to correct myself. Because, is that even how you say it? Bosch, yes. Hieronymus Bosch. Let me see if I can find this guy. I found the egg guy. But yeah, it's been really fun with Fortnite. Like, who cares if we win or whatever, you know? Who cares? We're having fun. Sounds like more cool stuff coming out. You got that M&M gun. That was one of the coolest. We had some great fucking moments. And zombies has been good too. We need to set ourselves a challenge, because just going 4 hours, you're like, oh my god. So we'll do the bosses. We'll have a new map. We'll set some challenges. You know, we'll be like, all right, let's go do an Easter egg. I'm trying to see some of these paintings. Easy. Booyaka, booyaka. Here, let me show you. No point me just staring into space. These are some of his paintings here. Aren't they wild? Let me see. Can I zoom in? That was great zoom in. Let me actually do it on the. There we go. On my side. All right, so you can see some of them here. Just wild stuff, huh? Now, if you come over here, oh, it's still not there. I don't think it's going to zoom in on the right place, is it? Bump, bump. No, it's not. I don't think so. Let me see. I don't think this lets you. Oh, there we go. So if you remember that big human boss we fought at the start of the game, that's what he actually was right here. It was, now, it didn't have the legs, but it was like an egg, and up above was its heart, and people are like playing around. It's like a bagpipe, you know. So that's one of them we actually fought. Isn't that wild? These are like Renaissance paintings, and you might find this guy here somewhere too as well. I don't know. So how much chances it's all the same painter? But yeah, I'm interested, right? Now, this is a Dutch painter of Renaissance, and this is a heavily Japanese game. We don't often see that put together. Actually, Shadow Hearts was knee-deep in German mythos, so it's entirely possible. You never know. Cool though, right? Very cool. Just original designs. He had another one where it was like the war. The war. Let me see if I can find it. I doubt you'd find it as a Kraken, but you never know. I think somebody said the baby. Remember the big baby we fought? Someone said the baby was based on another creature as well. How could you paint these things? Like, you'd just be like, just wild, you know? Yeah. Cool though. I love that kind of stuff, you know, it just sends me back in time. Oh yeah, even the first boss was based on, yeah, on another Bosch painting. That's cool. I barely remember that boss because we flew through it. Sorry, the quality isn't great, but see this here? It's like this kind of four-armed, four-leg thing. Interesting. I mean, yeah, you could connect the dots with simple things if you wanted to, too. You know what I'm saying? Oh. But yeah, this guy gives me a kind of a Jesus figure vibe. Another crown of thorns, a bit easy. Anyway, enough messing around there. Let's go and kick his ass. Let's do it. Sea Horror Homo Sabaras. They're all named Homo something because they don't have any clue, but we know that that's the Latin name for part of us, you know, Homo sapiens. Homo irregulars. Looks like we're gonna have to take down some legs too. Okay, first and foremost, we kind of need to figure out what's his weakness. Let's hit everything. Let's do it. Hack and slash. Nice. Okay, so this is Juna. We just got her. I'm not really sure how she works. Deals medium magic fire to one enemy. I don't know if a fire would be very good against him. She's a cool design though. Oh, yeah, that's very strong.
I will fight with pride.
She's gonna fight with pride. Look at all this. One enemy, one enemy. Electric damage to all enemy. Electric and water seems like a good mix. Let's see. You kind of have to... Oh yes, I was right. Heavily weak to lightning. Perfect. Jesus, we're doing great. Let's get rid of many of these legs as we can though. Stick with lightning. That's one leg down. Oh yes, it will. Oh, not quite good enough. There's no holding back. The hardest part about this game is 100% the MP management. It does not have MP recovery like we're used to. So in dungeons, it's not about how long your health lasts. He's only got one leg left. Nice, did a measly 41 because we destroyed his leg. Awesome. Oh, this guy's toast. I love that heart coming out of his head. Your head and your heart. Alright. That's all of his legs taken out. He's 4 more though. Lost all of his legs and is weakened. Lovely. Get up! Charge! 1200! Oh my god. This is 1200 damage. He's kind of weak, so we're just gonna pass. I'm gonna pass for her as well. Sorry, missus. Just so he can have another go. Bam! 1200 big ones. And he gets a second go. That's 1500 damage. Oh no, that's 2500 damage. Oh my god. He's almost dead, but he got us with this stank. Yeah, you can see pretty damn decent at the combat. It's good stuff. This is my bread and butter. I love it. Are you prepared? There's no point. Skipping his turn might help us. Probably finishing here with these two. Yep, game over. Red screen, game over. Wow, 2 turns. We killed him in 2 turns. Wow. That's strong. That's what I'm talking about. GG's.
Not bad, eh?
Yeah.
I admit, it feels good to get
we're probably a little bit higher level. I haven't grinding or anything.
Get used to this.
Nice. Don't you love all those rewards after a boss? Just shower me with loot. I love it. Let's see. Hope it's not annoying, constantly buggy. No, dude. No, we're having fun. Trust me. Same way I'm like, I'll get heated because I can't clutch up, and it's, at the end of the day, it's my own fault. It's not meant as a personal attack. Nah, dude, that's just the comings and goings. So we used to throw bananas and grenades at each other all the time. Don't sweat it at all. No, I don't mind. The beauty is having that fun and then knuckle down when there's a fight and then back to the fun. Like, look, I think the best gunfight we had, dude, was that giant, sweaty, gold team that came in at the helicopters. Remember that? They landed. And I popped the dude's head as soon as he jumped off the helicopter. You and Bernie were just mini-gunning and stuff. Oh, that was good. That was better than any win. I just want a good gunfight, and to see all their gold crap on the ground, the skins on the guns. Oh, so I had to emote, and I don't emote after a kill. I don't care. But in that case, I had to dance on those sweaty pieces of shit. It felt better than anything, you know? It's like taking a piss into the gas can of your boss's car, you know what I'm saying? That was worth it. That was worth it. I needed a cigarette and a shag after that. And eliminated the guy who dropped it, was falling down the mountain. I was rewatching the match. That's all good. It's all, I think I was like shouting at Bernie, and I'm like, oh, afterwards I was like, there was a delay. I was like, get back, get back, get back. And I'm like, oh no. So by the time he got the message, it was probably a delay. So it's all good. I just knew it was happening. You know that kind of way where it goes slow motion in your head? Like I don't do everything right. I go down. I fuck up. I'm very middling at the game. But when you see it, you can see it in your mind's eye what happens. And it happened exactly. And I killed them coming across the zip line. Perfect sniper. But it didn't reload fast enough. So once he got the second guy get over here, it was over. It should have been 2v2. But it was over. And then I had a crappy gun. I keep picking up that purple gun. It's like a tactical, and you're like, this looks awesome. You're like, no, it's still a shitty tactical. So it shoots like this, and the enemy's like this. Where do you think all these bullets go? To no man's land. They hit nobody. It's a crap shotgun. You're better off with a freaking body shot from a pump. It's grand if you're up in their face, they'll get the full thing, but anyway. Yeah, I hate the tactical shotgun. No matter what, they keep changing the skins according to the colour of it. It's the same shitty shotgun underneath it all, you know? But yeah, no, it was really fun. I just gotta check myself and remember just to keep it fun. I prefer to have fun. I know on the moment, I'm like, you little shit, come back here. You know, I'd much prefer that. Who the hell wants a big old sweat lord of a game? You end up becoming the thing you hate in the game, you know? You don't want that. Screw that. As my seems relaxed, this might be a chance to have a genuine conversation with him. Oh, okay. Goodbye. That's weird that they did that. I hate that. That means that I could have chatted with him this whole time and they didn't tell me. Like, no one needs to talk. What about Hunkleberg? Hemsman is usually a night guy. Let me see if I can find Hunkleberg. Maybe I just need to chat to them. And what about Juna? Listen to me sing good time. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Do you have a moment to spare? Juna seems to be in particular high spirits. I think it's kind of glitched. Yeah. Where is Hunkleberg? She might be on the deck. Because she's almost finished. I want to finish off some of them. Let me see, does it say anything? Normally they have a little thing beside their name, but it's not showing me that. Bastards. This Hemsmay I can just chat to whenever. Are they up here? The stroll is done. I don't really need to talk to him again. Let's have a talk with Hunkleberg. You okay, missus? Parting the very waves to go on an incredible sight. What do you say, Will? Will you come and enjoy the view as well? The breeze is most pleasant here. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Indeed.
Indubitably. I like chatting with her. We're breaking down that tough exterior. And recounting the previous night's events. Risks. Maybe this isn't connected to their rank. I think that's what's up. Aspersions on Nuris or his talents. That's true. He's up there going as he goes. Cam sees him a loud stroll to regain a sliver of composure. He sees chanting, I'm gonna be sick! Spitting on well. You don't feel sick? Yeah, you got your sea legs? Seeing sick strikes me as an odd concept. My first voyage at sea was also characterized by a clash with a temporal storm. Waves forced the ship inside and the walls and floors traded their roles most suddenly. I'm guessing that's how you got your sea legs. Very good. You tied yourself to the ship. Oh, that's clever. And read a book until the sea calmed itself. So you weren't seasick. Some people like that are so lucky. You were reading while being on a ship. Damn. I can't even read. I have to be the driver. I can't read while I'm in the car at all. Nope. I'm always like, let me drive. I don't want to be sick. Have you seen the new Ice Spice Mythics? No, but I want to is the better question, right? Fucking Ice Spice. Like, I can take Snoop Dogg even if it's like the whole Metallica thing all over again. These kids don't even have a clue, you know? But Ice Spice is just ridiculous, you know? You can say what you want about Nicki Minaj, but I think that girl actually like plays those games. Maybe Ice Spice does too, I don't know. But on a girl who's literally probably her entire career is just her ass, where she could just put like a ginger fucking afro perm on her ass and people wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Yeah, like, yeah, your songs are catchy when you can understand, but if I have to see you caressing your big nailed hand between your thighs one more time. Good lord.
It'll be fine.
The funniest thing was when she was with Taylor Swift and a few others, and because they're PG, they were like, don't twerk, that's all we ask. So she's kind of standing there, just resisting the urge, like a drunk person going through withdrawals. It was so funny. And it showed that she goes into that performer autopilot and has nothing else to offer. Nothing. Like I said, her songs are catchy. She might even have some decent flow, like, you know, but nope. Nope. That's the same way I feel about Megan Thee Stallion. Like, I'm like, this girl's got talent, she's cool, she can stand up for herself. But why does she constantly have to go, Because it's your thing. It's your dumb thing. Same as Ice Spice grabbing her dumb ass fucking BBL. Christ almighty. We're all obsessed with a bit of fat in different places in your body. Like, grow the hell up. I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. Now, Megan, though, geez, she's gorgeous. But she seems to have a bit of a cop on. Like, she's like surviving some toxic shit and been shot at, and seems to have a bit of more brains on her, you know. But yeah, it's just what's going on with pop and rap now, and pop rap and everything else. Narwhals haunt you. She gave me that for talking. Jeez, maybe I should talk to everybody. Passed through a port town, received this from a fortune teller. Words off the seas, myriad dangers, pure superstition. But yeah, that's what I call it. It's like pop rap. It's the best way. Like, Christ almighty. Go look at like a few of the earlier Sabrina Carpenter stuff, even just from like a year or 2 years ago. I'm not talking when she was really young. And she was kind of Taylor Swift normie stuff. Now it's like every show is straight up lingerie. The girl is like 5 foot tall and she was in full pantyhose, corset and a teddy. I'm like, what the hell is this? It creeps me out. Creeps me the hell out. It's that dumb. It's the Disney ripping off the Band-Aid, you know. It's hyper oppressed from producers and parents to hypersexualized, and it's crazy. I blame not having proper social circles, the high school experience, with or without bullying and stuff. Unfortunately, it is a rite of passage, and by not having all that, there's no way to normally grow. So they're so broken brained that their expressionism, and honestly, if you were to talk to a psychologist, somebody going from that hyper kind of, you know, infantilization of these Disney stars to hypersexualization, there's another occurrence in someone else that happens, and that's abuse victims, usually sexual abuse. That's exactly what that is, where they're confused, they're broken brained, so they end up going back to their abusers and things like that. It's, oh my god. And it's kind of, we see as time goes on, the Dan Snyders and the Harvey Weinsteins, it is what's going on. It is the entire fucking industry. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, having them in, getting back on track, having them in Fortnite is goofy as hell. But it's just the way things are going. Who cares? It's selling the music. I told you, I was saying like a year or two ago, Fortnite is the greatest. You know, it's better than the 3D billboard in Times Square. I call it New Times Square. We're not there yet. Give it a few more years. Yeah. It's just the same thing. It's a giant billboard. That's all Fortnite is. It's just some shooty bang bangs. But it's one giant billboard. So be it. And there is no jump the shark. There's no nothing. We're just going to see crazy stuff after crazy stuff. It's almost impressive if it wasn't sort of weird. I'm just waiting for the day you've got Chris Martin from Coldplay pulling off some sick trick shots and some cool 90s on the sticks, or whatever Pyro called it. I never got into any of the lingo. I do say some stuff like, it's like crack shield and all that. It feels weird how you just kind of put up. One is a grappler, gives you the ice feet effect. Oh, I hate that so much. There is Scar that gives you spice pepper. What's that? Yeah, I hate the ice feet. It always was broken for me for some reason. Always broken. It sucks. It's interesting. Nice. You were rewatching the match. How did you rewatch the match? Should have won on the mountain. Yeah, how did you do that? How did you rewatch it? Let me know. Eliminate the guy who dropped it as falling down the mountain. That's all good. You were killing some dude. You were fine. I was taking out on Bernie because he didn't come back. That was all. You were fine. Like I said, remember I always say, like, if you're gonna go down and you take someone with you, your job is done. This game is, it's 4v4, 3v3, 2v2, 1v1. It's not 4v3. It's not 4v2. It's none of that stuff. It's everyone has 1v1 situation. You know, you might have 3 people shooting at you and that sucks. But at the end of the day, all you're really meant to do is to shoot the other guy and win your gunfight. That's all. Anything else after that is extra. Anything before that, and you've kind of left too much work for the rest of your team. Now they have 2 guns shooting at them, or 3 guns, you know. That's all that's expected of you. Same in real life as well. If you're in a gunfight, just win your gunfight, or you're dead. It's as simple as that. So yeah, you did your job. You kicked ass. You did your job.
Alright then.
That's why it's so hard. I used to be able to kill 7 people in a row and then not even re-op ammo or shields back in the vibe. Back in the mushroom days. What the hell happened, Fortnite? You're a disgrace. You're a shadow of your former self. Yeah. Concert didn't twerk, just walked around the stage. Yeah, she's nothing else. Nothing else. No choreography, no nothing. Fortnite Chapter 6 seems to have new cat-like animals. Oh yeah? I think I saw that. I think I might have said that. It's going to be Japanese themes, so it's going to be like rabbit and cat people and stuff like that. But they're going to look like crazy samurais and ninjas. So it should be cool. Nice. Oh, Bernie's stream. Oh no. Oh, he was streaming too. I didn't know. I didn't know. Cool. That's all good. Don't worry about it, dude. Don't you worry about it. Don't be hard on yourself. You're too hard on yourself. For a guy who gets like fucking double-digit kills and is in the finale and stuff, don't be so hard on yourself. And honestly, at the end, any anger I have is because I can't clutch up, you know? And I didn't even know it was the last guy. I don't look at kills. I don't look at how many people are left. I'm just in the moment, tunnel vision, gunfight. I fucking killed the guy and sniped the guy, and it's just not enough. Not enough. I just can't clutch up. What I should have done is I shouldn't have went for the second snipe and just shot him, because he was doing that dumb zipline bouncing sweaty crap. That stuff, the crouching, all sweaty nonsense. The fact that they have the AI doing that will tell you all you need to know, where they're teaching the AI. The AI is just learning, and it's just pumping in the data from everyone else. It's just learning the worst things. Next they'll just be spinning, building stuff. Let me see, Heims May is gone. Maybe I should try and have a chat with them. Now, what did she give me? She gave me a gold item, which is crazy. What was it? So yeah, don't worry about it. It's all good. The hardest part is just letting the last match go, especially for me. I send you, I'm going over it and fucking eyes. You need to let it go. It's the hardest part. I need to let it go too. It's all good. It's not that serious. Narwhal's horn. Here we go. A horn given by Hunkerberg. All stats plus 5. Oh damn! I think I need to talk to all of them. That's insane. Christ, I might have been missing out. I don't think they want to talk now. It's all imagination. Imagination. Cause I'm gonna make you scream. Wait, what? I suppose we could do wisdom again. So that's close to leveling up. Which one was that one? Might have been New World Travel, was it? No. I did say not to do wisdom. It's okay. If it's close to the end, maybe. Maybe we don't have a wisdom book yet, do we? No, I think it was the new chick, was it? Yeah. Do not read. Something tells me Juna's creative journal. Why is it here? No, it's courage. Courage, the cowardly dog. I love. There's something they don't do with modern cartoons. Just that beautiful kind of, you know, that name. Like his name is Courage, but he's a cowardly dog. You know, it's beautiful. All right, there we go. The cool thing about the books is when you chat with someone about with the eloquence, the most you can get is maybe 2 points towards it. But reading books is plus 4 every time. Nice. Yes. Nice.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. This is this creepy goddess one. We haven't met her yet, but she bestows upon us the virtues of a king. But also, she bestows upon us our classes and archetypes too, so we'll probably meet her down the line. We'll see. Eliminated and went to get his gun. Oh, okay. No worries, it's all good. It's literally the same thing happened with Bernie. I think he was trying to get your card. I'm like, no! I looked at him. I was looking back at it too. And I looked at him and he was just crouch walking across, and it was like shooting a duck at a fairground. You know, one of those funfair rides, you know, the ducks going by and you gotta shoot them with the fake guns. That's exactly what it was. And I was like, no. It's all good. In the moment thinking versus not, you know. They were a good team. I think it was the same team as well that knocked the two of you, remember, and got your M&M gun. So it's literally one of those things. That's why I bring it up. I'm like, you gotta finish your dinner. Gotta finish your dinner. So we left them alive because they almost knocked our team. and then they came back and killed us. That's why. Just like in real life, you live unfinished jobs, unfinished conversations or arguments or whatever. They come back to bite you in the ass every time. Life is like that. It's like, oh, fuck, I forgot to do that chore or whatever. Just get it done, get it out of the way. That was a cool little boss. Enough time to get pranked. Yeah, no, you're all good. Don't even just water off your back. You're all good. You're a way better player than I am. Believe that. I can see my rust. You should even look at that end there. Like when he did swing around, I think I missed the shotgun blast. But at the end you'd just be fucking talking mad shite, and I just focus up. Would have done it. You're better at zombies than me, and you're better at Fortnite than me. Same with Pyro. I just don't play enough. Like you know, DPG and all them be saying like, my God, 1,700 hours. I'm like, yeah, that's like what's it been? 2 years? 2 years and a bit. We were going pretty hard. Yeah, it's a lot of hours. A lot of that's just sitting in lobbies and fucking around. Like, honest to Christ. Even sessions I would play myself, you just be fucking around the whole time, you know. You could probably try and count up the amount of matches versus hours plays, and it wouldn't even be half of that.
The threat of the sea monster. The party rides the currents of the inland sea to their destination, Verga Island.
Oh, right there.
Is a word given to the island
Verga.
of the mainland, meaning uncivilized.
Really uncivilized. Wow. Look, it looks really cool. Very tribal.
Put another way,
that big, it kind of looks like almost like Polynesian, maybe. That big giant. That's like. It actually looks like one of those big longhouses of the Vikings too. They love their big triangles. Then the rest of the huts and that look very Polynesian. We'll see. I'm excited for this. Because we've kind of been going city, kind of foresty place. You know, hey Barney, how's it going, dude? Ooh. Probably probably hot as balls, yeah. That humidity.
All my air fur is stuck together.
Do we really have to go this way? There is a beautiful beach
now.
over there.
Watching the sea. Yeah, no, you're all good. You're all good. Oh, I'm the same. I play it back in my mind.
There will be no stabbing, back or otherwise.
But think of all the great moments along the way. Remember all those snipes on the hill? That was amazing. We had a triple crossfire situation. I think, and then a helicopter come over as well. So it's 4 teams. We were doing amazing. It was great fun. It was great fun. It's always nice to get you, Bernie, or DPG in there sometimes, because it kind of, I think it balances the team. That's why I'm always like, oh, maybe I'll just start a Smurf account or something. Not to make it easier on myself. I just think the skill-based matchmaking is screwed up. It really is. Whether it's me getting kills so they put me in with the sweats, but when I go down to someone who's 300 levels above me, I don't want to play that game anymore, you know, that kind of way. They need to fix it. Everyone, you've got the sweat lords that swear by skill-based matchmaking. They love it because they get put in with fucking crap people, you know. And then you've got the other team, the other side of the gaming that is suffering, because whether it's Apex, Call of Duty, it's crap. There was nothing wrong with the matchmaking back in the day. There was not. Like old Halo, old Call of Duty, classic Modern Warfare, Gears. There was nothing wrong with it. Why have we become so dependent on algorithms and AI? I frickin' hate it. Laziness, that's all it is.
Thought I heard a voice.
Why bother to use a system when you can have an AI create one for you? Fucking late. Why make art of your own when you can have AI steal it for you? Why make music when you can just have AI warble out and steal it from someone else? We are such a generation of lazy bastards, it's crazy. People wouldn't even get off their fucking arse and vote. They wouldn't vote. I've got people doing political streams now, and people found out in the background they're not registered to vote. They haven't voted in 15 fucking years. Lord Jesus. And they're just a mouthpiece talking. And these are the type of people that are messing with people's minds. Now just imagine that on a music side, on a gaming side. They don't play the games, they don't vote, they don't listen to the music, but they'll go and review and have an opinion about everything. Just a waste of space. Worst thing the internet ever did was create soapboxes. I'll have opinions and have a chat, but I hope it's just me kind of off the cuff type stuff. It's not gospel, and I never want it to be. Don't fucking do anything I say. Don't take any of my advice to heart. This is just good, honest to God advice, maybe. Get help if you're feeling bad, or or get out there and do a bit, and you know, treat each other a bit nicer. That's about it. That's more general guidance. That's not like, go join the army, go find a new religion,
Running water nearby.
go support this political movement. Like, no, I don't tell anybody to do that shit. In fact, I discourage all that. Yeah, I do have a Smurf account. Yeah, right? For bot lobbies? Oh, does it actually do that? Or is it like you just know a code for bot lobbies? Yeah, sometimes it's nice to wash the crap. There's another anime. We got the anime with the KRAKEN. Now we have this. Oh, Juna's so cool.
It's drinkable.
So you can see her on like Soul Train or something. Whoa, my drinkable or not? Please don't do this. Speaking of advice, please never do this. No matter how nice the water looks, you must always sanitize your water. This stupid thing of people jumping into glaciers and drinking the water.
Can you hear me? Then surely you must be a messenger of the dragon god.
What if this is the dragon god talking? The goddess is talking to him. Anyway, yeah, never drink any body of water before boiling it or sanitizing it. Whoa, this might be the goddess that we were talking to. Hello?
Could it be a villager?
Oh, she's got that mind's eye thing. Cool. Were they hiding her? Careful.
Hey, Del.
Everyone's kicking off now, my goodness. See, she's got that mind's eye. I think our little friend here, Will, might have that too. It's just his bangs is covering it. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh no! They're catching the fairy! No! Oh, we're gonna have the classic JRPG prison. Yeah.
Behave yourself.
I fucking knew it.
Now, you're a candidate for the throne, are you not?
But yeah, it's nice to get people in there because that's what shakes up the skill-based matchmaking. I've seen it. If someone doesn't play for 2 weeks and that, I'll tell you how broken their algorithm is. Like, oh, they haven't played in 2 weeks, let's reset everything, give them a free win at the start, you know? Yeah. Oh, trust me, I have these things. I might not know how to do the actual coding, but I can read it like a book. It's so evident, but the average person just sees flashing lights and skins and music and there's kids, you know? Kids with adult brains and adults with kid brains. That's about it. Cooking some brisket, nice.
What do we do now?
It seems the brothers have fled.
Yeah, I'm kind of slowly adjusting my diet as things go. I'm just trying out some stuff, but I want to treat myself too. You know, I told myself in those days of pain, I was like, when this is over, I'm getting the meatiest, juiciest steak, and it happened. But my birthday is coming up. Maybe I'll go out and treat myself to a steak.
That they recognized a candidate at a glance. I wasn't expecting.
You're just making me hungry. You guys have the best meat over there. There's no doubt about it. I would live in the south. I would. Oh my god. Just for the 10-hour barbecue. I see some of these videos, and they create makeshift barbecues out of like a giant steel barrel that has been sawn in half, and it looks. Oh my god. It's just that would be amazing. Amazing. I would die for that. I think the southern food is part of my love language. I don't know why. It just is. It's everything. It's homey. It's yummy. It's meat. Heavy on the meat. All the sides. Just yes. Yes. And you guys have Thanksgiving coming up. I saw my first like Thanksgiving meme. I'm like, oh my god. That's the only thing I'm jealous over there is like food and Thanksgiving and that. We have a Christmas dinner, which is good though.
But why are you here?
Ain't got no proper homemade mac and cheese and yams and collard greens and yeah, was it candied yams? Look at this poor guy. He's kind of goofy. He's basically the announcer.
And now who's the helpless twit? This is ridiculous.
Me, I'm the helpless twit.
Why would a crier go to such lengths anyway?
Easiest form of comedy will always be self-deprecating. Works.
For now, we may as well be patient. You'll have your opening soon enough. The people here, well, you'll find they aren't as monolithic as they'd like.
Monolithic. I don't know, dude. They kind of threw us in prison without ever asking. I think they were just protecting that girl. They said priestess. Whoa, there's the dragon god. Yeah, I wasn't too far off with the Polynesian. More Aztec, I'd say. But still, yeah. Well, no, Aztec is South America. Well, you'd be surprised. if you love that kind of conspiracy about ancient cultures, there's a heavy... Oh, look! Oh, is that why they wear the masks? Because of the mind's eye, the third eye? Cool. This is the guy in the chest piece. He takes his mask off when he goes home. Cool. But yeah, the conspiracies with cultures, like if you go look at like Sumeria, Aztec, old like Polynesian, as I was saying, loads of them share, so even hieroglyphics of Egypt, they share so many similarities, even in their temples and that. You know, I think you could tell the difference between an Aztec temple versus a Polynesian. But a lot of them share the concept of pyramids and squares and that, you know. It's very interesting. And all of these cultures would have no connection with each other. As far as we're to believe, they couldn't have sailed around the world or anything. As far as we're led to believe, you know. I don't know about you, but I don't necessarily think aliens. I don't immediately jump to that. I actually think it's closer to high-tech civilizations that have disappeared. Not like necessarily machines or anything. Other things, you know. Blood sacrifice to a dragon god. What's the over-under that we'll be fighting the dragon god? Cool. I love the way they like pick their little pots and pans and boxes and that. Reminds me of hermit crabs and or penguins. Collecting a specific... How did they see what they're doing? Hey mate, how's it going? Hello, hello. Thank you for coming in. Hope you're doing well. Just thought I'd get a little cheeky stream in there. You never know what I'm up to at the weekend, you see. So I'm like... And then I didn't really get a chance to play this as much this week. And I had left off on a story part. So every time I'd load it up, I'm like, oh, I'll do a bit of grinding or I'll check things out. Looks like a completely different game now. It's wild. So we just made it to a new land. We're meeting these people with crazy third eye. As you can see, it's kind of hard not to see. But it's cool. They're known as pagans. They're pushed out of society. They wear boxes and masks. And now we're figuring out we finally reached their island. It's got kind of a Polynesian vibe to it. Really cool. They're talking about sacrificing to a dragon god. It's cool. You wouldn't think it was the same game. I love that. You just fought a big KRAKEN boss with the face of a human and a crown on his head and his a heart coming out of his head as well.
This will surely appease the dragon god.
She seems important. Each area, it's done very typical for JRPG. Each area will give us obviously a new story. More importantly, it squeezes in a new party member. We just got one, Juna, who's like a 70s chic songstress with an Irish accent and a bit of a double agent thing going on. I dig it. And this girl here, this Yufa? Let's see. We got a whole lot of stuff going on. Finally beat the main story. Nice. Playing on hard. Nice, dude. Hell yes. Not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to turn up the difficulty of this one, as we just beat that KRAKEN boss in 2 full turns. Yeah. Probably too late for that now, anyway. We say that, and you get into that last quarter, and the power creep, the difficulty spike is very noticeable. And our the Fortnite stream matches, it's so true. Especially how we play, like we do tend to get through more often than not to the finale, and that's 19-20 minutes.
Come on, Del, we can't leave him high and dry.
Come on, Del, calm down. Alright. I played a little bit of the new Mario and Luigi. It's Mario Luigi Brothership. First Mario Luigi game in like 10 years. It's really fun. Good stuff. Good comedy. Good turn-based combat. Nothing stripped out of it. Really fun. Art style is, it's fine. It's kind of cell shading. Oh. Ooh, maybe the KRAKEN poisoned him or something.
We'll wait till nightfall.
Alright. So, what do you think now that you've finished it? What do you think? Give me the over/under. Don't be afraid. Rip it a new one if you need to. Visions of Mana is one I'd like to return to, but we'll see. Right now it's this one, then that Dragon Quest HD 2D is coming out next week, and the Lego game, and then Stalker 2, and then Indiana Jones. So
let's get those bindings off.
Nice. And then next year, Indiana Jones and Soul Reaver, more importantly. Soul Reaver in December. I'm gonna be like a Christmas kid again playing Soul Reaver. I Can't wait. I tried playing it, even streamed it a bit on Steam, but it's a disaster. The cutscenes and everything's crashing.
We're your bodyguards, not theirs.
This will fix things.
Since when do you follow orders
And boss massive spike. Yeah, why is that always the way? You either do all the side quests and then you walk through the end boss, you know, looking at you, Pokemon, or it's a complete disaster and you can't touch it at all. And it's probably not even like the uber, you know, special dungeon end boss. On 6-6 or grind to 80 just to be able to beat him. Holy crap! Normally you'd think if you were in the low 60s it'd be enough. Jeez. This one I don't think has much grind. It's more dungeon based than open world. But allowing you to do real-time combat to soften them up, then go with turn-based, I like that. I like it. Is it your favourite RPG of the year? Is it one you'll remember? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is still, it was just so impressive, you know. It had some shortcomings. The Kate Sit part should never have been in the game. Really bad, like some of the worst I've played all year, but the entire package, wow. It was that feeling of when you close your eyes and imagine a classic ancient JRPG and they actually bring it and remake it. Like if they did that for 6, I think I would cry. I don't think they could though. 6 is insane. The entire world changes near the end. Who knows? The next big one I hear is Final Fantasy IX remake, and it's only a sort of chibi modernized. Still should be cool though. And Final Fantasy Tactics as well, which I think is just getting another little spruce up, you know. I think most of those great games like Chrono Trigger's, Final Fantasy VI or any of those, they genuinely need just like that HD 2D treatment, and that'd be good enough for that, because you're still getting such a vast visual jump. And it doesn't, because I worry about these giant, like even what they're doing with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is great, but they're changing things too. So I'll always have the original anyway, so but it's still great. It makes such a great team. How did they get loose? There's a little pause. Can you free everybody, please?
Nice to be back on the team.
I love when they have a conversation. It's like, free me! The emboss, yeah, I read that. I used up all the healing and revive items. Ah, fuck it, you're supposed to, right? If you're like me, though, I hoard that stuff, even post-game. It's like you have all these full heals in Pokemon you never use. Yep. When you finish the Final Fantasy with the entire fucking, all the potions.
Considering the size of the island, there's only
on my last legs, yeah. Don't think I remember it very long. I'll still play it a bit further, maybe even to Platinum. Nice. Knowing you will.
Was he not the Mastari candidate we
You're a legend. Before? The hardest part is Platinum and RPGs, though.
And the sacrificial maiden are headed for the temple on one of
so they're going to sacrifice her? The sacrificial maiden? That's such a good word for the Liverpudlian accent. Sacrificial. They're quite a phlegmy accent, you know. Not unlike Arabic or something. That's what class out have. Like what the hell did you say?
Of course not. Just don't know whether all this superstition is rooted
calm down, Harry.
Or a made up one.
Fair point.
Definitely more accents in
Britain
than there is Ireland.
If it was found in that temple,
this is
then
Juna.
The temple's probably an ancient ruin. Might be the perfect den for a dragon.
You don't say.
Exist, mortal sacrifice is beyond all reason.
Any plans for the rest of the weekend?
Worth taking an innocent life for.
Oh, that's rich.
You usually get the weekend off early, right? Then you're back early.
Or is all that below you, eh? You ask me, I say at least these.
Top of that, you only use 9 of each item, even if you got 80 and stuff. That's so stupid. Oh, I hate when games do that. That is so goofy. What you like?
I refuse to stand idly by while innocent lives are at stake.
Who cares about what they do with their lives? We're here.
I wish the best for Visions of Mana, but when I heard it was another team,
these people
I started to get a bit
their very lives for
worried.
Peace. They'd only ever told me these lands were wild and uncivilized, but it's like seeing Sanctism reflected.
The Mana series doesn't get enough love.
Get the spear, of course.
Have you played Trials of Mana? I think that's on the Game Pass as well.
That should be good enough.
That might be more your speed. It's
since the beginning.
still kind of.
We help anyone in need.
They kind of did a pseudo remake of that too.
Right, my friend.
And we got the Secret of Mana remake as well, which is fun. The problem is they've adopted such an art style that they've gone heavy down the chibi art style, and you see Visions of Man has also adopted that. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. It's just you're kind of locked in now, you know. You can see what's happened with the Tales of series. They've really tried to break out with Tales of Arise, while also holding on to some of that anime style, and it's worked for the most part, but you have to be so careful, because I know these teams are frustrated, but it's so hard to break out of that cycle. Sure, look at even this, right? You have 5 Persona games, probably like 10 different Shin Megami Tensei games, including the spin-offs like Digital Devil Saga and Devil Summoner and all that. But these games also still have that hard cut. Like, this is a brand new IP as of today, but it's still noticeably Persona-esque, you know, because it's a mix of wanting to not piss off your audience, keep a recognizable art style so you can get that kind of drip feeding sales from the other series, you know. But if they put Shin Megami Tensei 5 last year, this year, and possibly Persona 6 next year, like, say between Atlas and the Yakuza series, they've been pushing Sega back into the mainstream again. Sonic's doing his thing as well, but between like that kind of money down for the Sonic movies can be very tough, you know. You gotta understand they're making like $200 million investments before they ever see a lick of that back. Now, if it turns around and makes $1 billion, then that's a huge, great investment, well done. But if it's a disaster, like if they didn't change Sonic's face around, we might be singing a very different tune, and we wouldn't be 3 movies deep, you know. No doubt more where that came from. They could do movies about Metal Sonic and Super Sonic and bring Amy in there and stuff, you know. Even bring the little Chow Pets as well. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know how much Jim Carrey wants to keep going, but honestly, if you could even do a CGI Dr. Robotnik going forward, you know, because I would like to see him fully transform into that big old egg-shaped fool. Who knows? He was actually retired and he came back out just to do Sonic. And that's the power of $20 million, people. I'll tell you that much. $20 million. Who do you think you got, Chelsea Clinton? The brisket has only 4 spices. It's been smoked. Hell yeah! So you guys smoke it overnight, right? You ever see those cool like personal smoking machines? Very cool. They're not called cigarettes. It's like a little tiny little tube that you push into an enclosed space. This is literally just sitting in the smoke.
Go on, give them a chance.
That's good. Good on you for sticking through it, and you showed more gumption. These days people drop things very quickly. Oh damn! What's happened here? Someone else is on the island.
Help my sister.
Oh, it makes sense, that blonde hair, so that you fancy sister.
Wait,
please help my sister Yufa.
Yufa? Mifa. Who farted? Mifa. Mifa did that, it is. Oh damn!
Together, man.
He's barely breathing.
He's barely breathing.
Did he just say Magla? I wonder what happened.
We need to get him to the Gauntlet Runner. No, just
I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some of the greater, wider story, because it's been pretty heavy on everyone's race to the king, you know, killing each other just to become the king. A Mana games I played was Secret of Mana. The original, or did you go with the remake? It's so good, isn't it?
What are you talking about? We
already know where the land is. All we have to do now. I see that Sea of Stars game has got co-op now as well, which is really cool. The remake, yeah, I enjoyed that too.
And you have to keep an eye on me because you're my bodyguards, right?
Okay.
Fine.
Takes a lot for me to be, you know, annoyed at an art style, honestly. The amount of work and painstaking like art that goes into things is not all digital. Like storyboarding beforehand.
I can't trust anyone but my family.
I try and appreciate things, especially as someone who can't put pen to paper very well.
Well, Batlin, looks like you'll have to repay the favor a bit earlier than expected.
I really want to play Blasphemous 2 as well. They had like a special DLC.
It's possible we won't make it
Mia Kukla. So I'd like to play that. Bollocks hard though. Because I'm getting that itch now. I haven't had a Souls-like in a while.
Further down, right?
So we'll see. Right. Something for sure.
We'll carry this man back to the village. Give me a hand.
I think I see there's a physical edition of it, so I might do that. I'll always try and pick up a physical edition if I can. The crazy fashion and stuff, don't they? Look at this thing. Did we see someone else wear something like that, Juna?
Chief, I'm still.
Look at this haircut, man. That's just like freaking pure 80s. What a ledge.
You see,
with the bangs, with the mullet. Could start his own glam rock band any second now. Fucking Poison.
How did
you know,
manage to return
Aerosmith.
safely?
2 of my companions acted as decoys to draw the soldiers away. That was all it took for us to sneak in.
Chief, what happened?
You think you might pick up the Dragon Quest HD 2D things? It's a bit awkward. They're doing like 3 next week, and then 1 and 2 is coming out next year.
You mean the melancholia set in?
They made
I do love Dragon Quest. It's called Dragon Warrior back then. I don't have much nostalgia for the originals though. They just never, you know, you probably feel the same. We were always the last on the list to get RPGs. We didn't get Chrono Trigger till it came to like PS1.
Only be sending more to their deaths.
Long time. And we finally got like Final Fantasies. They're all misnumbered. 3 was 6 and 2 was 4.
To ask you first.
Disaster.
Assuming we find your sister, what would you have us do with her? Are we ensuring you
They are
complete
great
the
though. Like
sacrificial ritual?
4, Final Fantasy 4 is one of the best. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Bring her home. When we left for the
Wonderful.
Temple Island,
I'm happy that 9 is coming back. I hope it's real. It just was the tail end of the PS1. People were getting PS2 fever, and they didn't give it enough love. And it really is just a wonderful fairy
It's
tale.
not just the fate of the island that we've placed on her shoulders. She's been trying to bear all our fears and anxieties. Her life is in your hands. Even if her sacrifice would save us.
Interesting. So you got the Polynesian vibe, island people, but then they've all Welsh accents. Talk about fucking brain scrambling.
Well said. Spoken like a true leader. Leave it to us. I pledge we will see her safely returned. You've no objections, I trust,
See?
Captain?
No German accent there whatsoever. Whoever's voicing Hunkerberg, I love you. You've done a great job. But for the love of Christ, will you be consistent with your accent, love? It's meant to be German. It's meant to have that little twang, you know, at the end where it's kind of very stern and, you know, very notably German. But not a single bit there at all. Whatever's going on with her. Maybe she's just losing it as she talks to other people and listens to us. No objections.
Yes.
Badass. Let's go.
Right. We're not in the business of
It's
abandoning
tough.
people.
Right. We'll save your sister. In return, though,
Oh.
would you be willing to lend us Dracodios?
So be it.
Nice. I bet you that weapon he has
If they've the strength to overcome
is actually the Dracodios. The Dracodios, as you can imagine from the name Draco or Draco meaning dragon, Dios meaning God.
It
Is
seems like they really do believe in what they say.
the lance of the dragon god. And I read it to prove we can be king.
It doesn't matter what tribe they are. They are people just like us.
Nice.
If the race on the mainland taught me anything,
Yep.
it's that.
That's kind of the whole premise of the story is after school special as it is, it's just people are people. And of course it takes the most downtrodden, the most victimized and the tribe that everyone's most racist against to be the ones to talk sense. It's always the way, isn't it?
She knows her life is too valuable to the ritual not to keep going.
This sucks. You were trying to protect her just so she could be sacrificed to the dragon god. Does anybody see the stupidity of this? Let's keep you alive today so we can fucking kill you tomorrow, you know what? Anyway,
Well,
I think we're going to break that ritual.
Back in a cell.
Yep. I'm so glad to see a nice island nation as well.
To be free of the bugs is its own comfort.
It's cute with his big ears.
You're staying in Brilhaven. What kind of rundown hovels do you board in?
Finally, we may come and go as we please.
You don't want to know. The hotel in Brilhaven was basically where the animals sleep. There was nowhere else to stay. It was like Mary looking for her manger.
Only be the beginning.
I could smell it across the screen. I know farms, slaughterhouses exist. That is true. That is very true. But these are meant to be people. We can't have people slaughterhouses, can we, Dynamite? Not for another 4 years or so, anyway.
I don't know what we'd do with
No.
It's amazing how you can lead those guards on such a long
Put 'em in the
chase
grinder.
and turn up none the worse for wear.
What do you think makes that lunchly meat,
No
huh?
one alive can catch a couple of
That's right.
lads in the woods.
Couple of mission bodies over at the Logan Paul team, I
I
think.
assume that hasn't changed. Then nothing else matters.
Not saw the person of Kraz all the time.
Well then, let's lay out our situation.
Let's do
Our
it.
destination is the Dragon Temple, built on a nearby deserted island. Once there, we search the temple for the divine relic, Dracodios. And while we're in there, We'll also be looking for the village priestess.
Sorry. JRPG music, man, it goes hard.
Clear, we were here for the lance.
According to Edeni, the lance's actual place in the temple is a close guarded secret, known only to the priestess herself.
Never simple, is it?
It's definitely like cozy weather. It's cold, getting dark earlier here. You just want to relax.
We should expect monsters, and lots of them. And secondly, there is a possibility that this dragon god of theirs is an actual living, and therefore angry, dragon.
Hope we don't have a battle like that ahead of us. But we'd better make sure we don't lose if we do.
And be quick about it, yeah? If you miss your deadline, Lord Luis will assume you're all traitors.
That puts our deadline in 17 days. Beyond that, we can't save the priestess.
17 days. I think the game freaked out there. It was counting the days, depending on when you get here.
You all you're going to save.
So maybe they feel they have to hide their eye or something.
Wouldn't have to if you hadn't sent her to die.
Yes, I know. You're exactly right. But you have to understand.
It's the first time we have a 5th party member, so we have to change out. They've decided to allow you to have 4 party members per battle. Interesting, right? Unusual number.
So please.
It's always 3 usually is the magic number. Final Fantasy X was cool. You had 9 people, but it was only 3 per battle. But you could change whenever. But they'd almost kind of babyified the battle, where it's like Orin with a big sword is for armored enemies, and Waka with the ball can throw it at flying enemies, in that kind of way. So it was basically stopped being about, you know, who's stronger, and just kind of slotting the puzzle pieces to do the right man for the right job. And it kind of trivialized the game just a wee bit. Still great though. I've got a lot of fun memories.
Time marches on, and the
age of the king. I think they say this cutscene 90 times. I'm being serious. Think about it. 3-4 months. Every day they say it. You go through every day. And people quote it. It's become a meme now. Otherwise known as, is it a meme or are you just drumming it into someone? Nice. Like Hop Tour, you know? Was it even that funny? Or I would just drum it into it and everyone's saying it. The Verge Island. Look at the way it's spelled. Cool. Nice. Look at this place. I love the not so much the, I like the art style a lot, but I love the lighting in this game. They've gone for kind of a manga style as well. So sometimes it's not as bright as you think it should be, and sometimes it's not as dark as you think it would be. It's really cool. And you have all this stuff floating around. That's not just a graphical effect, that's actually Magla energy, which is just a fancy name for magic energy. It's kind of what the whole game is sort of based around on. They use to power up things, use magic and that. Nice. I like the music. There's like a little kind of chanting in the background. You barely hear it, it's so fast. Cool. Start to these people. He saved their big pardon. That was so funny. I thought she was speaking a different language. But to be the last time you interfere with our business, Island matters should be resolved by Island people. Woof! They're extremely insular. You can imagine it's protective, you know? Let's not take it to heart. After all, they have been victimized and been absolutely stomped on by every other culture. Cool, yeah, don't they look like a little bit like... Oh, it's a gold beetle. Look a bit like those like Easter Island things and Polynesian little fish statues. Hello. No, they don't want us here at all. Kindest way of saying get the F out. Hello, look at this little guy. He's like a tanuki dog. Oh, half raccoon, half dog. Cute. So what I thought was them wearing these pots and masks was because they're treated like crap. Like if you find them anywhere else, they're kind of homeless in the streets, in the sewers basically, and people spit on them. Now it would appear that they're hiding their third eye and possibly maybe hiding something else that they're connected to magic or something. Maybe it's mind's eye and they're magical or something. Now you get to hear me say the word third eye over and over, so what a treat for you. You stupid bastard. Say third. Just say third, Cyber. Third. It's hard, I'm Irish. TH is my kryptonite. 33rd and a third. Ugh, it hurts. It hurts. I bit my tongue a little bit. crying? Is he crying or playing a racing game? You decide. You decide. Okay, so let's have a look what we got on this island. Now that we're here, cute, we can actually like fast travel wherever we want to see. So we got the dragon statue, a couple areas in well. You in well? I'm in pretty well. Get your coat you pulled. He's in well. We got the Rooster Inn, cute name. Sandy Coast, nice. That's where our ship is. Gauntlet Runner, yeah. Actually appears that they want me to go there, is it? Prepare and enter the Dragon Temple. So, no prep, no... Interesting, okay. No extra dungeons or anything. Let's see what's going on in the inn real quick. Look at the way the door's open, cool. That's it, this is the whole inn. There's no one even living here. Interesting, this is not a traditional town then. We don't have like shops or anything. Interesting. Hey, Mousy, hello. How you doing, missus? I hope you've been good. I haven't bumped into you in a bit. Hope you're well. Yeah, I might get my hands on Visions of Mana down the line. I'll have to see. I'm just trying not to... I'm a diva for biting off too many RPGs, and there's ones that have been left. Bad, Cyber. Bad. I thought there was Volunteers of Mr. Beast games. That's right. I just wish you'd do one and there really was, like, punishable by death. All of them talk mad shit, and then they show up. Like, there was one with I Show Speed and XQC and stuff recently. We're making a joke about the Suicide Forest. Like, yeah. When was that ever a joke? No. But can we do sword surfing here as well? Hell yes. The more games have sword surfing, the better. And shield surfing, thank you, Zelda. And, you know, crazy, like, if you ever get a chance to play Concrete Genie, give it a shot, it's good. You get to make your own graffiti on the wall that turns into monsters. Like a Ghibli movie. What is it? Sorry. How was your weekend going, Mrs.? I'm just getting a cheeky stream in because I wanted to continue the story. I left the stream off on a story bit, so I couldn't move or grind or do a dungeon. I couldn't grind. Look at these little ones. That's a cool pot. Has ears. Even the kids wear them. That's so sad. I do think it's like a signifier for like shame as well. Hello. They don't want us here at all. Nice. These are like a special people. They have a third eye. Look at the dragon statue down there. Isn't it very like Polynesian or something? Anybody? A little bit. Just nice island people. I want to live on an island for a bit. I want to live in Japan for a bit too, like 10 years when I'm older. It's important. It's important for my soul hole. I gotta fill up your soul hole. Fill up everybody's soul hole. Consensually, of course. Consensually, you know? And you're hitting it just right and she sees God and it's like, yep, I'm hitting that soul hole, I know it. Right in the soul hole. Drunk man, how is he drinking? Did he just spill it through the gaps? They look like chess pieces, don't they? Right in the soul hole. Tell me about the island. Very well. For the Mustari, the island is a sacred place, like a holy land. As a matter of fact, Alta Borea was once too, but the land was dedicated to the Sanctus Church during its annexation. This island became our only home. As such, we grew more and more isolated. Oh, yes, basically, the church calls these people pagans. Do they look like pagans to you? No, they don't. Just another crappy church. Teetotaler woman? Oh, Jesus. Why are you in the pub then? So, a teetotaler are like people who are like aggressively against drinking but have to like shit on everyone. There's nothing wrong with people who don't drink and are a bit straight edge, but yeah. Piss off. Nice. They had low last few days resting, had a lot of anxiety. Yeah, of course. He okay. He didn't have like small attack or anything. He okay. You know I'm always here if you want to talk. I know it's been a rough week for you guys over there. I can't believe it. Against all odds. Like, I do think, as much as it was his card to play, I do wish in this case that someone did an investigation or a count or something, because it doesn't make any sense, you know. The entire of the internet had led us to believe that like they were going to vote for her. The entire his rallies were dead. There was no one in the crowd. Hers were full. Like, something stinks down in Ohio or down in Pennsylvania. Because all bets were on Pennsylvania. That was not just a swing state, it was the swing state. It was over. That was it. It was over. It's so sad. Like, who knows? You know, the poor thing. She's only like, what did she say? Like 90 days, 80 days to try and get everything together, and the others had 2 years of campaigning. But no matter what people believe and want to believe and tell themselves late at night, no matter what they think, red versus blue, bullshit. This came down to extreme basic man versus woman, and sexism always wins, sadly. It fucking sucks. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. I see it as night and day. There's already people joking about how they should treat women now and all that. It's like, what the fuck has this got to do with anything, dude? You've now allowed an orange dictator in for another 4 years. Madness, madness. Anyway, your choice, whatever. But unfortunately, in this case, it was your choice who to vote for. But you've now taken the choice away from women. That's all I hope. If he can backstep and move away, and someone on his team has to cop on, so he has no control over women's body, then maybe there's hope, you know. It's that side of stuff. No one should have any control over women's body but themselves. Not other women, not men, not governments, not religion. Nobody but the woman themselves. It's very simple. How did we get here? Is it the fucking medieval times? Prima noctis? Like what the fuck? Anyway, it's enough of that. We won't go there, Mouse. I'm sorry. I don't want to get you worked up. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. I've said my piece on it, goddammit. Oh, nice. It just sucks. It's just a strange world we're living in. What kind of world is this we're living in? Yeah. I hope you're okay now. Just kind of happen to live in it now, right? Good lord, right? Who's that? The Uncle Joe. It is Uncle Joe from Jamaica. He gets pissed every day. Do you ever remember that song? It might have been a Venga Boys song. Uncle John from Jamaica. No? It's Uncle Joe. Alright, so these are all just staffs that benefit fire, ice, and electric. That makes sense. That music is crazy. It's like the movie Borrowers. Kusanagi. Oh, you know I like my samurais. Samurai sword. Plant-like monsters. Nameless. Nice. Oh, we already have 20% off? Let me double check.
Alright then.
So during the calendar you have like sales days. Let me see. No, it's not. It's a day. No, it's not for another 2 days, so don't buy anything. Get them in another 2 days from now. Okay. Let's talk to this nice lady. Ever thought about beg your pardon? Okay. I don't think there's anything we do but go to the dragon place. Informed us, huh? The guild discount. Lovely. That's lovely. I love it. Let's see. Some of these you can appraise, right? But it's RNG what you get. So they're items you're picking up in the dungeons, like superior briny light armor. So you appraise it for that money, and you can get a certain armor from it. But it's RNG, so one time you do it, it might give you more magic, or more strength, or more endurance, whatever. So you can save scum, you know, save now, reload, appraise it, and see what you get. It's up to you. Yeah, see, that one's kind of shite. It's right. It's all good. What else you been up to? Anything good? Any gaming or anything? Any D&Ds? Hopefully you've got some good distractions or movies or something. I've just been chilling, giving out at Fortnite and zombies and stuff. That's about it. That's about it. That's about it. Suppose we could get some potions. I think I'm okay for potions. I want to do a little battle. I only got to fight that big kraken, so I get itchy. I get itchy in these games. I want to fight. You go fight.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon. 200 XP or HP to all allies. So the hardest thing in this game is MP, as I was saying. You can't, like, even in the middle of a dungeon, you'll find these resting places, but it doesn't heal your health or your mana. So MP is extremely difficult. Extremely. What do you do? No. She just does all that as well. They're all grey. You'd be wanting blues or purples at this point. Doing D&D every other Friday. Okay, okay. Nice. I thought it was every... I couldn't remember. I was like, was it Wednesdays or Fridays? Nice. As long as you're getting some in, you know. It's probably hard to plan and get everybody's schedule and get the stories going and stuff. It's tough. Especially as we get closer to the holidays. Or Christmas and Thanksgiving to prep. Holidays. Could be so nice. I'd be suspicious. We're just trying to make enemies here. Jesus. Can I not go in here? Can't stop me. This is my home, don't tell me you're thieves. None of the sort. Although maybe we shouldn't try to barge in random houses. True. This is our little fairy friend named Gallica. She's kind of got that Tinkerbell thing going on, you know. She's smart, she helps us out. She sits on our little shoulder. Bunk! And she also gets jealous when we talk to other girls. She's pretty cool. She's also a bit of a mystery. We don't know too much about her, but every person that sees her is like, my god, a fabled fairy. We haven't seen any of those. It's cool. Diddle diddle, hang ten, dude. Radical. There's 2 new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games out right now. We got Splintered Fate and Mutant Mayhem. One of them is a top-down Diablo clone, but it's all 4 Turtles and Casey and April and Splinter. Kinda cool, huh? None of them went on the old Game Pass though. And then the other one is a sort of like beat 'em up, but not 2D. Kind of 3D hack and slash beat 'em up stuff. I do want to get my hands on them. As usual though, one of them they're asking for full price, and I'm like, Lord, Jesus Christ. There you go. Are we going here? Yep. Fine. I guess. Pair and enter. He did say 17 days though, right?
What now?
Where's my calendar? He said 17 days. Met this girl on Monday. Took her panties off on Tuesday. Yeah, where is it? 17 days. Montaro Saint Day. Yeah, I think that's it. Is that really 17 days from now? No. Oh no, there we go. Oh, I thought we were on this one. That is, yeah. No, it's not really either. 17. It's only 35. The red ones are they're like their Sunday, you know. And you get some shopping days as well. The game ends on the 10th month, so you can see where we are, you know, it doesn't go any further. We're getting close now, we're halfway through this one. Like a month and a half. We're getting close.
It was all in vain.
We have that little Lego game coming out as well. I'm going to try that out. I hear it's short and sweet. It's either going to be cringe fest or what. But I want to support the Lego guys. They're British. They give me a lot of good times over the years. God, it's been like 30 years of Lego games at this point. Some capacity, you know. It's pretty damn good. They've slowed down a lot, just big budgets. I don't think Skywalker Saga sold as much as they needed. This is their prophecy, is it? Their dragon god. Oh. Appears to be religious painting of the island. Blah.
Here.
People around her are clearly distraught, like they're in tears. Oh? Depiction of the village's sacrificial rite. They're in tears, but they're sacrificing? It's so weird. Sacrifice will appease the dragon god. It will! My family and I have high metabolisms. Very good! Thank you for that random piece of knowledge. Can I have all your blood types and social security numbers? No reason. Thank you. I have high metabolism. And I have a high threshold. I also have high tolerance for bullshit, apparently. Apparently! The things I put up with every Wednesday, then okay, alright, okay. Then every Friday. Sheesh, yeah. So I was right about the Wednesday. I was forgetting. Because I don't want to bother you on the D&D nights, you know. It's like you're already doing enough as it is. And you probably have to come up with little stories along the way. It's a nice little market. Hello! Hope everything's going good. Let's get a little movie in soon. Any interest in the hero's life? Yes. Sell you some truly prized vegetables with the village and the state harvest out and what they used to be. Damn, hero's leaf of light seed. I'll take that.
What do you want to do?
That'll grow nicely. So you can get these items and it will level up your classes without having to go into battle. And let me tell you, if you're a big old RPG hoarder like I am, I got loads of those. I was actually able to level up an entire class without ever stepping foot in battle. So there you go. Actually, it didn't just save a mountain of time, it also saved a whole like couple of days, because if you want to go to a dungeon you gotta spend it in days. Weapons, what's this now? Shrewd shopkeeper. So I have this level 4. Recognize my wares as weapons and armor. With the wisdom I've cultivated thus far, I was able to earn the shopkeeper's trust. Let's go! And let us do business. I rotate my stock on a daily basis, but these items of nature are scarce and difficult to come by. Ask them to limit yourself to buying 1 a day. So it looks like you should have a random, probably rare weapon a day. Nice. Holy moly. Oh, I don't know what they're called though. Look at this. Mossy long arm. Excuse me? Thank you. Nice. I do need to shave my pubes. Superior mossy weapon. Mossy. Anyone have a mossy Ferguson? Superior mossy artifact. And superior mossy curios. Okay, that's not that hard. Long arm is for the knight. Weapon is for the warrior. Artifact though. Maybe the merchant. I'm not too sure about that one. And then curio. They're all weapons, that's for sure. They're all green. It'll be it's green because mossy, but guarantees a green weapon. It's only 2,000 as well. Mossy, baby, mossy 4. Mossy 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. She's a maniac. You're a maniac on the floor. Oh, now he's doing random singing again. Let's see what these actually mean. We don't invest for no reason. I'm thinking of this artifact. Let me see if one of them works for a mage, because we got a lot of mages right now. It's amazing. Maybe just buy 1 a day offer. What is it? Oh, these websites are a pile of shizer. I hate them. I just want to know if it's for a mage or whatever. So annoying. I'm assuming the artifacts are all named the same, aren't they? Why is there's this website called Game 8? They're so annoying. It's like a robot that does it or something. All they do is catalog stuff, you know? So it doesn't tell you what it is. It just tells you its in-game description, which doesn't tell you what it is. Oh my god. Bloody annoying. La ta 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 ta. I'm trying to think. Is an artifact for the merchant? Christ, you'd think it'd be easier than that, wouldn't you? Fucking internet, man. I'm telling you, Google is disastrous. Completely useless. Just force feed you algorithm digested and then regurgitated crap. It's not what you want anymore. I'm telling you, just do what I do, man. Use Brave, use all the rest of them. Google is shite. What is the curio then? See, they give them a name like this, but then when I change them, it won't be called the curio. I just need to know. Oddly shaped weapon. Does that mean it's for the... I just need to know what class it's for. God damn it, Billy! I suppose the game is a little bit new, so it's harder to find these things, but for the love of Christ. Music is crazy. It reminds me of some kind of Indian chanting as well. Also, you can get them from certain enemies as well. Alright, curio is the merchant one, okay. So what's artifact then? Well, I know what an artifact is, but it's not like that. It's actually got to do with a certain type of weapon in the game. I don't think I need a new weapon for the knight. No one's really using the knight. And I don't think... Let's just get the artifact. I don't think I need anything for that one either.
Can we talk?
That'll do. It's just 1 a day, you know. I don't want to... Nice.
Hey, mister.
Hey, mister. You gotta go to another shop to get it appraised. Oh, the humanities. Everywhere I go, I see manatees. I don't mind this appraisal system, but because of the nature of the old save scumming, kind of defeats the purpose, I guess. But I don't care.
Okay.
People might be like, "Why are you doing that?" I just want to see what the hell they're gonna get. 54 hours. How many more hours? Alright, down to appraise. Where was it? Mossy artifacts. And this is how I've been figuring out how much they're worth. Is how much it costs to appraise them. So 50 and 100 kind of shite. Then I was doing a few 600 ones. Now this one's 1,000. So you see where it's going? Alright, let's see what it's going to give me. Got blue fan for the masked dancer. I guess we are using her. Increases damage against plant. Okay, go on. So we're more into the purples these days, but we are using her. She's my masked dancer. Yeah, it's a huge leap. In fairness, it's 110 extra damage and plant-like. Looks like all the enemies are going to be plant-like. Whatever. Alright, let's just push the story forward just a little bit more just to see. I'd hate to just go straight into the dungeon. Because, yeah. Let's be honest, I'm going to get wrecked. It's crazy that the rock is here. Does that mean that the king is floating around somewhere too? No, he's not. See? Interesting. The king is like a floating island now, which is weird. But he's like watching all the events. It's like Majora's Mask Moon, but in this case it's a floating palace. But the underside of it, instead of being made of rock, it's like a face. It's a weird premise, I'll tell you that much. If they're all checking out the runner, they've never seen anything like this before. How's this thing move? They've never had visitors, you see. View of the beach, hold on. No time to be gazing at the ocean. Alright. I love it. They've had no one visit ever. A map, lots of spots. And the tides force even season locals. Okay. Alright. What have we got over here? He's selling bits of meat and fish, huh? It's good. I like to buy one of everything. Monster bone. Ayo. Because this will be used for cooking. What's this here? White peach turnip. Peaches, peaches. Who wants some peaches, peaches? I love this ship. You're so used to, like, you know, big ships and airships, and you can have cool designs and shapes, but look at this thing. It's like literally half demon. It's got these legs and the tail out the side. It runs around breakneck speed. I would have liked to see how it went on the ocean. They just kind of plopped it in the water and said, yeah, it's working. I was hoping that it would paddle like a dog. Just to be goofy with it. Are you okay, buddy? We have to set out this very moment. We have to get there in a heartbeat, riding waves like these. I'd say they're still not ready yet. I don't think so. The performance in this has been pretty damn good, but because it's dungeon based, it never has to load that many big of areas, so it shouldn't have an issue. Some of the cities it does have a little issue. See, you can literally tell that there's 2 chairs left. 2 change and 2 chairs. So that would mean that there was 2 more party members. But we are so far in the game, they're even talking about the finale themselves. Are they really going to leave them till the last minute? Is there anything worse than a last minute new party member where you never get to do their story, spend time with them, level them up, use any of their cool things? Yeah, stop doing that. We do like secret characters though, like, you know, Final Fantasy VI's Yeti, or the little muggles that you can have. Alright, let's go have a look, see. Okay, where is this? What is this? Ah, yeah, of course it was right smack dab in the middle. Look at this thing.
It's not too far from Virga Island.
Alright. Consider the currents. You actually have to consider the weather as well. Because if you go into these dungeons with bad weather, you're actually way weaker. Your weaknesses don't do much damage. The enemies are pissed off, so they use all their bollocks hard moves straight away. Good times. Basically, all around ass.
You would pursue peril.
Yes, no time to waver. I don't think we can go anywhere else anyway.
So we bring the fight to the...
Let's go! Definitely won't do the whole dungeon now, that's for sure. You know, these are like 2 hours long. That's as fast as I can go too. But we'll check it out. We'll have a look. We'll dip our little dinglings in there. Like, oh, days, it's cold. The dragon, as it calls to mind, I run in with the one that Nord Rhines. He remembers the very first big enemy. I wonder if it's the same. Wouldn't that be funny? Like when games do that. Because we technically beat him, but he flew away. He didn't die. It was really cool. It was one of those optional challenges with the game. It literally tells you to sneak by. And if you mess up, you have to face him. But you can just walk up and attack him, which I did. And it gave us one of the a weapon that held up until now, pretty much. Pretty damn good. Oh, schmackadoo, schmackadoo. Let's see, so what do you have? 2 consecutive goes. He has prevents most of the poison and stuff, and +3 to all stats. So I'm going to give you the thing that you were going to give us. What's it called? The Narwhal's Horn, yeah. All stats +5, like that's insane! Still is a bit low though. 200. Need to do something about that. Probably have a fight or two while we get there. Let's see. Oh, what date is it? 18th, okay. No lucky poos today. Next is Tolerance. Tolerance is next to hit it. Courage is actually suffering a bit. Interesting. It shouldn't be the case. Alright. I'm doing the bounties. I'm doing the dungeons. What more do you want from me? What does this one do? This isn't courage, is it? Yeah. No, I wanted to do we tolerance. Bam. That's imagination. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, right. Monster bone. Hey, nice monster boner. I'm out. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. Thank you, Amid. Later, dude. Enjoy. Enjoy the rest of your time while you have it. Oh, see that just sounds wrong. I'm genuine, trying to be nice. It's stupid. There's tolerance. You guys must have a lot of tolerance to put up with me. Jesus, I gotta put up with me. Having a quick read on the John. Why did they call the toilet the John? What if it's a man? He just hates that you've been piddling and pooing all over him this whole time. We don't call it the John over here. We call it the Jacks. Multiple. Plural. I don't know why it's called that either. And if you're really fancy, like we do, we call it the Jilly Jack Johners. I don't know why we call it that either. Don't ask. These things are tale as old as time. There's Lost 2 time. And Beast is coming out and all the bitches are getting wet. I don't know why. I don't know why. Disney has been absolutely hornification for many years. About time someone stopped it. Anthropomorphic. Horny.
We're here.
Yes, we are.
The tide was with us this time, but
I want to have a look at this temple.
What's up, Del? You seasick?
He's crying.
No. And keep your eyes on them, not
He's still... That Kraken hurt him. Or is he poisoned?
You really worry too much, mate. Once you've got doubts in your head, you don't know how to let them go.
Any plans for the weekend, Mouse?
Just as I thought.
Just chilling out, maxing, relaxing.
Historical art.
Just throwing my crotch up in the air for you.
The reason the Sanctus Church
You gotta
doesn't
do.
want anyone near the island is that they want whatever's inside to stay buried.
I'd avoid it too if I could. The place looks totally overrun with Magla. We're definitely gonna.
So it's funny you get like Welsh and Liverpool accent and crazy American. It's just a wild one. I like it.
Magic. And from whence is it born? We only ever see it when faced with grave burdens.
Might not be unrelated. We know magic is possible without an igniter. In other words, Magla can be controlled by the mind alone.
You venture that it springs from mortal minds.
Hey, you lot about finished. Let's get on with it.
He's right.
Oh my god, turkey tits? Oh. Oh my god, that picture of the cat. Oh my god. What them lips do though? That is the highest cat I have ever seen. I didn't just get a double look there. I got a double take, triple take.
You see?
With doubles. Stroll's words have given us pause. Okay. Look at all these party members. Runes left alone by the Sanctist. Even they're too scared. Let's get a wiggle on. Nice. That's true, I do like to get a wiggle on. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. That's coming all particular. Yeah. What if he's poisoned? Something's going on with him. Melancholia. People's hearts. Might be something there to that. Probably not the time to ponder about it. Let's head inside. Yeah, they have a human emotions in the game because they treat humanity like they don't realize how dangerous we are. Everything in our world has kind of come over here, and it's got like magical properties. So we saw that the humans are the monsters, but human emotions have weird effects on this world. So anxiety, it happens in the middle of battle like a status ailment, and you can't move. You can't move. They're stricken by anxiety, just like real life. And now you see him speaking of melancholia. We've heard that pop up a little bit. It seems to be like dark magical energy, not like, you know, real melancholia. It's more like a deep emotion, deep kind of state of being. Search for the priestess. How are we going to get in here? Oh, I think there might be an entrance monster. Doesn't that look like a big old hemorrhoid with a tree in it? Bring it. Come on. Ew, what are those little pussy berries on the side? Pussy berries. Yep.
What's going on here?
It's some kind of giant tree, right?
Thanks. That's why you got the eyes and I've got the brains.
Pure Magla.
We shall force our way through if we must.
Careful. Oh damn, look at her go. That didn't work.
The woods turns aside all steel. It's no normal tree. The Melancholia's influence, maybe.
That's the best.
Melancholia, good movie. Kirsten Dunst, nice contemplative movie.
Show you how it's done.
Definitely worth a watch.
Del, what's wrong?
As weird as it is beautiful. Kind of post-apocalyptic, but instead of governments messing up or comedy or buildings getting swallowed up, it's more about of a sort of an existential crisis and giving in to something that's completely out of your control.
It is infected and inflamed. What possessed you to hide this?
Ew!
I said I'm fine.
The pussy.
Wasting time.
A wound-borne fever can turn fatal. We should turn back.
Is that what they're gonna do? We're gonna get through the tree and this guy's sick, so we have to buy some time.
Are you gonna listen to me or not?
Oh please! You
Hey, he didn't even get hurt. The Kraken just grabbed his leg.
Foot of all things. Learn to rely
What a
on
pussy.
your allies. That's what a real warrior does.
His wound has gone all pussy. He's a pussy. The tree is growing pussies. I don't know about you, but it's making me think of things. Messing around the crib, kicking it, lovely. Aw, nice. Hopefully get some good food and tunes and that in there too. Treat yourself.
Might be our best bet.
You're beautiful. You deserve it.
We'll be seen, but
treat yourself.
We don't really have a choice right now. We can't get into the
I can't slow down time, man. We're already like a week and a bit into November. Just slow down, please.
Basilio,
I've not a
carry him to
second.
the bunk inside the gauntlet runner. Also, once we get moving, don't leave the room or look outside. We're charging home full throttle. Understood?
What?
Damn. How bad is his leg? Just cut it off. I was thinking that, like, they've never been so gung-ho to bring us into a dungeon before. It's okay. He's not going to lose the leg, but we've had to cut off his head down. So. It's so weird. It's just how to do medicine here. Alright, Gran. It was a good thing you came back immediately. One night more of this, he'd be lost. What in the name of God happened to him? Rest easy, boy. I've treated him both magic and material. Good hardy Parapus constitution should he all needs to fight that fever. Okay, that's good. That's good, lad. However, I'd like to stay on bed rest even once the fever's down. If he pushes himself too far, he'll never walk on that leg again. He'll never walk alone. Is that like a Liverpool thing? Listen, if I were you. Thank you so much. And actually, there's one more thing we could use your wisdom on. I'm thinking that staff he has is probably the dragon thing. Giant tree in the temple. I didn't see it when I was in the area. It's grown that much in such a short time. It should be Magla exposure. Temple's positively leaking the stuff. So need the pussy tree be leaking. I need a potion of light. Truth be told, there's no record of the ingredients you need to make it. All I know is that they're not found in this island. I've heard there's something that induces thirst is needed. If you could bring me that. Something that induces thirst. Have you tried streaming for 3 hours straight without drinking anything? We'll track him down. When I get into the temple, we'll have to do something about that tree. There you go. See, we thought it was easy. No deadline. Battling or the informant at the Golden Deer Heart might know more. Person of light. Eat it, blighted. Sorry, Lady Gina. Let's see if someone's gonna stay and look after Del. Don't be silly bass. Of course we should stay with him. See, that's a way of getting rid of them. See, by helping these guys, we're gonna break them down. They'll no longer be fond of Louis. You'll pay us back eventually. Don't worry about it.
Listen.
Don't you worry about it, baby. Yeah, that's the nature of a new act, a new area. This has just been a stream of story, which is good. We did have that one Kraken fight. I always like to get a little in there, you know.
Yep.
Progress, baby. Nieta.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king.
March time's on. Day 19 in the Big Brother house. How is he lasting in a coma this long? No offense, but start to shrivel up.
Nonetheless.
Potion of Blight, okay. You know it's a boss, man. I can tell by the way it's animated. Tough to gather all of them there in the island. Seems a choice we to track those down first. The mattering delay on both the priestess and the lands we seek lay inside the temple. Okay. Let's do it. Hydrate, right? Yeah, I should absolutely have one of those. You're right. Especially me being such a bad bastard and not drinking enough. You're a bad bastard. Not in a good way as well. 42 degrees. Oh my god. I would be dead. We go crazy on 22 degrees. Must fulfill my promise to Edina. See, this one has 17 days left. Alright. Chart a course to Dragon Temple by visiting the Round Table, which is parked on the beach. Be cautious of scorching heat though. Inclement weather that may occur around the Virgin Islands. Bad boy. I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry. I try, you know. I have this big bottle of water right here and I haven't touched it. What the hell? I'm afraid. Is it invisible? Is it invisible? Really? I got one of those thermos ones and it is invisible. Why is that? It's blue. It's a green screen. Weird. I got one of those thermos, but it still doesn't keep my water cold. I need to do something. I need to just cut out the middleman and just like put lead into my water, you know? Big old lumps of it.
Goodness.
So all these ladies seem all hydrated, you know? Superman can't see through them because they're full of lead, but they're hydrated. Nice. That's crazy, like, that never became of that, did it? I think there'd be like an inquest done if there was lead leaking into Stanley Cups. So strange. The world is a strange, miserable place. It's like, hello? Are they gonna get away with that? There's those other ones. I might try it, but I don't know. Those air-off bottles, you know? You put a little stank on them and your nose smells the stank, so it tastes the stank. The water doesn't taste any other way. What do you think? To stank or not to stank? That is the stank. I'll have to figure something out. Can I move all these pigeons away? Go! Fly, you fools! Sound's getting stuck in my head. I think these are meant to be side quests, which is not a bad thing.
Alright then.
I think we probably can fast travel everywhere now. Yeah. Here you go. That's good. But remember, we still have 17 days.
What now?
No, it's 17 days, not just to... Where is it? Yeah, look at this, see? Oh no, it's 17 days to obtain that. Okay, well then maybe we do have a bit of time.